into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning Expresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Good morning, you beautiful souls. Can't tell you how good it makes me feel to know that we've got you in our clutches for 3 hours. First thing you've got to ask yourself is just how amazing is your day going to be, because it's in your hands. Make sure that it's a good one. Second question, what are you going to do to positively affect the world around you? How are you going to improve someone else's life? And for our part, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to be talking sport this morning. I'm very excited. We've got Branko de Priya, our 7-star. I think he has probably played more sevens games than anyone else at this stage. An incredible guy is going to come in to chat a little bit about the 7 seasons. Of course, they kicked off with a win at the Oktoberfest last weekend against some pretty tough opposition, so can't wait to have him here. Then it's a big one, the Springboks in the thick of World Cup rugby action at the moment. Completely different sides, 13 changes to the team that will face off against our neighbours, Namibia, but an opportunity to test out some new combinations, rest some key players. Going to be really interesting. So how are you feeling about the scoreline? Is it going to be an absolute mauling, a thumping? Are the Springboks still finding their feet? How are you feeling about that performance against the All Blacks? You, of course, are the wisest critics out there, and we want to hear from you. We'll be delving into our Book Friday a little bit later, all, of course, getting into our regalia, as you must on a Friday ahead of a weekend like that. But it's going to be an awesome, awesome day today. It's the 27th of September. The year is flying past. The week is flying past. Hopefully you've felt the shortened week after Heritage Day, but hopefully you're also still feeling that vibe and loving and enjoying just being in this beautiful country. So we'll continue to celebrate in that way this morning, and I get to do it with the most amazing team ever in the world. Morning, Lee.
Morning, G-Man, and very good morning to you at home. It is a gorgeous Friday. Can you believe it? Another week done and dusted, and I certainly can't wait to get into the weekend. Talking about getting into the weekend, let's find out what some of those temperatures are that can be expected around the country. Kicking it off with Johannesburg, plenty of sunshine can be expected with nice warm temperatures this morning. Temperatures remain between 9 and 28 degrees. Now towards the evening, temperatures become a bit chilly, but a warm sunset is expected, so enjoy. Moving over to sunny Durban. Yes, sunny conditions are expected with clear skies till Saturday. Then from Sunday onwards, cloud cover increases and a couple of showers are expected. Temperatures will remain between 15 and 27 degrees. You can enjoy the sunshine before the rain begins next week. Heading over to Port Elizabeth, mainly sunny conditions with cloud cover increasing as the weekend progresses. Also very warm temperatures are expected with the southwesterly wind. And then on Saturday and Sunday, a couple of showers are expected and rainfall becomes heavier. Temperatures will remain between 14 and 22 degrees, so be prepared for the rain. And then finally, Cape Town, what can be expected for you? Well, intervals of clouds and sunshine with very warm temperatures this weekend. Humidity remains high and cloud cover increases towards the evening. And then rain can be expected from Sunday evening. Temperatures will remain between 13 and 27 degrees. Well, now that you know what your weekend is going to give you, let's find out what you can wear in terms of clothing. We all know that I am a dress girl, and what better way to start your day than with a bright, cheerful summer dress that will get you into the weekend mood. Sunshine yellow with a feminine print sets the tone for a very easy, breezy day ahead. I love this maxi dress that I'm wearing. Naturally, it's a little bit chilly in the morning, but once it gets a bit warmer, you know, remove it and just live your best life. I love the length. I love the frill detail in the front as well. It's very bright. It's happy. It's definitely a color that uplifts the mood. I I love the strappiness of the dress. It keeps you cool on a very hot summer's day, and as we all know, those temperatures will be rising very, very high, and then of course getting a bit chillier when it comes to the evening. So it's very cool to pair it with a lovely denim jacket. Also great for just keeping you warm, and it's something that you can keep on the go too. So I love the combination of a beautiful flowy maxi dress and just something to keep you warm at night. So you can remember that you can shop all of the dreamiest dresses at Woolworths. Plus, as a W Rewards member, why don't you treat yourself with up to 20% off selected dresses? This offer is valid online until the 29th of September 2019, so get cracking.
Now, I think it's, as I said this morning, an opportunity for you to guide the course of your day. And when we look at our inspirational words to kickstart our day today, I think we all obviously have our dreams, our goals, our aspirations, and it can be a little bit disheartening, frustrating when they don't seem to come to fruition as quickly as you want. So these words hopefully speak to you if you are feeling a little bit frustrated. Be patient. Slow progress is better than no progress at all. So stay positive and don't give up. Every step in the right direction is exactly that, moving in the right direction. So don't beat yourself up if you're not achieving those big goals just yet. Focus on the slightly smaller goals. Focus on the stuff that you are achieving and just take that first step. But most importantly, be positive. It is, we've proven it on the show every day, a choice. How you think and feel ultimately is a choice, and it can often start with just one positive thought. So let that carry you as we broach our reality this morning. Time to delve into the news headlines, get the state of affairs.
In the national news this morning, banking union SASPO has been interdicted from proceeding with what would have been the biggest banking strike in 99 years. A ruling to this effect was handed down by the Labour Court in Bloemfontein yesterday morning. As the country continues to celebrate the success of the Ndlovu Youth Choir on America's Got Talent, the choir yesterday said that it had been offered a recording deal by music mogul Simon Cowell. Choir director Ralph Schmidt did not confirm if it was accepted. On the international front, the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, who is presently in Botswana, is expected in Malawi on Sunday for his official visit to the warm heart of Africa, where he will perform a number of official duties and meet with President Peter Mutharika. A majority of the U.S. House of Representatives now supports either an impeachment inquiry or the impeachment of President Donald Trump. A simple majority vote is required to impeach an American president. And finally, at first glance, the image appears to be a moment of cruelty captured on film with two men removing the horn of a rhino as shards of the material go flying. But the picture by 19-year-old South African Kaugelo Neville Ngomane reflects attempts to save the rhino population in the Kruger National Park from poachers. This striking shot, taken during an operation by the group Rhino Revolution to dehorn 5 of the animals in a nearby private reserve, has won Ngomane the Young Environmental Photographer of the Year award, a prize awarded by the International Chartered Institute of Water and Environmental Management. Ngomane says it was not easy to watch such an iconic animal being dehorned, but that he hopes the picture will make more people support conservation. Well, that was your 6 o'clock news update. Let's get our very first taste of what's happening in the exciting world of sport. Here's Graham.
With the Rugby World Cup currently underway, obviously a strong rugby focus this morning. Let's kick it off with yesterday's action. England made it 2 wins from 2 matches in their Rugby World Cup campaign after beating the USA 45-7 at the Novio Stadium yesterday. Then Italy also claimed their second win of the Rugby World Cup after a convincing 48-7 bonus point win over Canada. That happened in Fukuoka early yesterday morning. They now top Pool B. Then on to football. Northwest University claimed a 1-0 win over Tshwane University of Technology to be crowned the 2019 Varsity Diski Champions. It was after a hard-fought final in Mafikeng last night. And throwing forward to the weekend's big game, of course, action-packed weekend of rugby on the way. The biggest fixture has to be South Africa up against our neighbours Namibia at the City of Toyota Stadium tomorrow at 11:45. We'll delve a little deeper into that fixture as we progress.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu-C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
So we've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Geraldine Flatwell sent us her sunrise from Red Hill in KZN, where sunny conditions can be expected. A moderate northeasterly breeze reaching a maximum of 24 degrees. Also, thank you, Mark Nelson sent us his sunrise picture from Mkomas, where plenty of sunshine with pleasant temperatures reaching a maximum of 24 degrees. Also, Polokwane, you're looking at a low of 7 today with a high of 25. And Mbombela, 8 reaching 25. Pretoria, 9 rising to 28. Plenty of sunshine today for Johannesburg with a low of 8 rising to 26. Mahikeng, 9 reaching 32. Clear skies for Klerksdorp with a low of 7 rising to 28 degrees. Kimberley, 9:28. The lowest temperature in the country is for Bloemfontein with a low of 5 rising to 27 degrees. Richards Bay, 13 reaching 25 degrees. High humidity for Pietermaritzburg with a low of 10 rising to 30. Durban, 15:24. Also high humidity for Mthatha with a low of 9 rising to 32. East London 16 rising to 30 degrees. Craddock 8 reaching 33. Port Elizabeth 16 rising to 31. George 14 reaching 30 degrees. A southwesterly wind of 16 kilometers per hour can be expected for Sutherland with a low of 10 rising to 26. Cape Town 15 reaching 27. And then the highest temperature in the country is for Worcester with a low of 12 reaching 34 degrees today. A northeasterly wind of 26 kilometers per hour can be expected for Springbok, 12 rising to 31. And finally, Uppington, you're looking at a low of 14 rising to 30 degrees today. Well, that's what you can expect in terms of temperatures all around the country. We'll have another weather update for you at 7 o'clock.
He's trying to find his way home. Did you get that little synopsis? I guess he's trying to find his way home. Abominable.
It's a cry for help.
Say it. Abominable. Of course, we're going to be getting into the movies with JP as he sips his beautiful coffee. Thank you, Princess. We love you.
The coffee is not abominable.
Abominable. Yes, it is about the abominable snowman trying to find his way home. Sounds like a really cute, almost like a festive season movie. Is it a Christmassy movie?
I suppose we're seeing the trimmings up in September already, so may as well be.
Yeah, it's coming. It is coming. So expect that. We're going to get into a little bit of entertainment news as well. Trevor Noah back in the headlines. We'll bring you those details in just a moment. Cheers, Benny. Cheers.
Only the highest grade Arabica beans. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
Oh, you can make my day.
Hi, my name is Simphiwe Ngema and I play Pindile Shezi on Isidingo. And you could be joining me on Tropical Island of Treasure. I'm so excited to be going to the island, and one thing that I'm looking forward to is just being in my bikini the whole day and just having fun and being part of the games and winning. I'm very competitive. To join me on the island, buy a Tropica and follow the instructions on the bottle. Take a video of yourself and tell us why you would be my ideal partner. Then upload it on all the social media platforms, your Twitter, your Instagram, and your Facebook using the hashtag TIOT9.
So these are my tips for the audition video.
You have to be yourself, have a great personality, and just stand out as a person so that I know that, okay, that's the one that I want to be with, and be fun. Come find your smooth fame and fortune on Tropical Island of Treasure Carousel.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Just follow that funky beat all your way to your TV screens. Time to get into what's going down in Mzansi Wood. What's happening on the entertainment front? Please say Trevor Noah is featured because we love Trevor Noah. But
yes, there's
just
a little feature, there's a
little bit.
cameo, but you got to wait for it though,
All right.
because we have been graced with having Zozibini Tunzi as our Miss South Africa for almost 2 months now, and it seems that the beauty
Sure.
has managed to capture the mind and the hearts of her fellow citizens of Mzansi. Now, the 26-year-old PR graduate has been
Yeah, she's
showered
gorgeous,
with
eh?
fan art from artists all around the world and the country who are capturing her beauty and poise in multiple interpretations and mixed media. Now, through the use of color and texture, these creators utilize different mediums to bring their works of art to life. How amazing is that? Come on,
That's phenomenal.
Stunning.
Sure.
And then, of course, since being crowned Miss South Africa on Women's Day, the Tsolo native has been on a whirlwind journey, which included jetting off to the United States to walk the runway of New York Fashion Week. Come on.
Wow.
Also meeting proudly Mzansi export, Trevor Noah, and speaking
Thank
to
you.
him in Xhosa. The two of them were like just old friends, hanging out here.
And you know that he'll give her a platform. He's all
I
about
hope
that.
He
will
does.
give her
He's
a platform
amazing.
that side.
And then
no
also
doubt.
she's fast becoming an international poster girl for African natural beauty, and even
Awesome.
bagged a feature in Essence magazine, the premier lifestyle magazine for African American women, while in New York. She is a very busy and admired lady, and high on a list of activities is representing South Africa at the Miss Universe Gala finale on the 19th of December, a competition at which South Africans have done very well in the past 2 years. Remember Miss Universe 2017, our very own Demi Lee now Peters, and of course last year's first runner-up being Tamron Green to Catriona Gray from the Philippines. So that's amazing. And then we've got very good news for you, fam. Yes, our very own Miss South Africa is going to be on your Feel Good Breakfast show next Wednesday, the 2nd of October, as she descends on Cape Town to visit your Feel Good Breakfast show. So
Yes,
we
ma'am.
cannot wait. She's going to be here 6 a.m. Do not miss it. It's going to be wonderful.
Keeping it global. Do you think the success of Demi, because you kind of feel that there is this continued novelty, might be selling it a bit short, but there is this, people are interested in what South Africa and what Africa are doing.
Yeah.
But the whole role that a Miss South Africa can play now has just been taken to, it stopped being a beauty pageant
Yeah.
a long time ago. If she's
Exactly.
already become this icon of natural
And
beauty within
change,
Africa,
and
that's
just,
awesome.
like,
If Americans are taking
inspiration, yeah.
notice, that's a good thing. So thank you, Demi Lee, for paving the way, girl. That's
Yeah,
awesome, man.
love it.
Beautiful stuff, man. So we're going to change lanes now and move to the big screen, of course. I know it's only September, but we're starting to get those Christmas vibes. And if this doesn't hit you right in the Christmas feels, nothing else will. Let's get a sneak peek of Abominable.
I'll have some of Nine-Nice pork buns with extra pork
All right, get up, Hang. We gotta go.
and a side of pork.
Why is he making that? Is he humming? Whoa! Is that
A blueberry? Guys, these are delicious.
That doesn't make any sense. No, this is not possible. It's not funny, all right? This is cashmere.
Gin? Everest, do something. Run!
Very cute. You like tapping your fingers impatiently.
Oh,
like,
abominable.
Either are you really hungry because you want some blueberries? You've been very, very forgiving with your kind of reactions to movies of late. You've become a real big softie. How are you feeling about Abominable?
Well, then this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Oh, no,
lies,
man,
lies.
no. It looks very cute, man.
It is, and that's the first thing you can take off the list. It's got
So you've got the story of a young Yeti that escapes from some sort of security compound where it's been experimented on and, you know, been researched by, obviously, the sinister,
nefarious,
the bad guys who are going to be chasing you all the way through the rest of the movie. And it finds itself at the top of a block of apartments that the young lady Yi lives in, and she finds it at the top there. She makes friends with the thing, and the thing obviously wants to find its way.
The Yeti.
The Yeti is that. Sorry, that's not PC of me. The abominable snowman. In fact, that's not PC either. Shame. Far from abominable.
Doesn't seem abominable.
Wants to make his way all the way home back to Everest, and in fact, you find along the way that he's just also a kid trying to, you know, learn his way, learn the ropes, and grow up. But as you saw in the scene already, he's also got some magical powers. Do you believe in the Yeti, by the way? Are you a Yeti man or a Sasquatch man? Bigfoot man? Okay, yeah, definitely.
I want to believe. I want to believe in everything, which makes me a really good watcher of these kinds of movies because I'm very easy to please.
Open-minded.
I love it.
Soft-brained.
Is this okay? The writers of Monsters Inc. So this does come with some chops from a humorous perspective. You know, an animation's got to find the right balance. You've got to have some adult themes in this. With, you know, if you've got agencies chasing them, and you know, there's some pretty, kind of adult themes in that.
Fortunately, there's not so much of a, like, if you're worried about this kind of thing, like a dark edge to it. No. It's all soft and cushy underbelly type thing. But
soft, furry, white underbelly that you can tickle.
Well as being cute. The other thing that I tick off as well that I'm very pleased about when I see animations for kids that's targeted at the little ones is just keep the thing moving. Please don't make it static. Please don't make it, like, you know, locked into one place. Where I've sat in movies where people invite their kids along as well, and they're crawling around in the aisles and they lose concentration. They lose focus.
It needs to drag you along,
Yeah, and so fortunately this, as you can see, moves from one lush environment to the next lush environment. You're in the jungle, then you're in the desert, then you're in the mountains. So you can tick those two boxes. I think that it will keep your kids engaged on those fronts. It's got a good couple of giggles. I did crack myself at one point when the character who's worried about his cashmere sweater is just panicking to get through the jungle when he's alone at one point. So that stood out for me. But most of the time, it's really just supposed to be like a cute, sweet kind of thing for the little ones, above all else.
Visually, it looks beautiful. I mean, it's got Eddie Izzard in there. That's some pretty
the
big
bad guy.
comedic.
Chloe Bennett is the voice of Yi. She is from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's a TV show I've not watched, but I know it's quite popular. But let's let it speak for itself a bit more. I'll show you another scene from Abominable. This is the chase, which I think we just saw a little bit about, and him using his magic again to help the kids escape.
Come on, buddy.
Go faster!
I'm trying.
Everest, do something! Hurry, Everest!
Whoa!
It's working!
Oh no. Guys! Guys!
Turn!
This is impossible! Come on, Everest! Make it go bigger! Higher!
That's cool.
Triggering your hay fever at all?
Hey, look at that, man. It gave me goosebumps. It's really, I'm a big kid, I know.
You're strange, dude.
But that's beautiful. That's cool. The animation looks really, really good as well.
That's exciting. Stylized, as I said at the start, from the same people who brought you How to Train Your Dragon. So it looks kind of similar in those regards. Maybe I had some worries about the physics here and there, but you can see that they took a lot of time, spent a lot of time just building the landscapes. Everything feels like a picture postcard. All that said, though, the first concern of yours, it's not necessarily going to like string along the adults as much, but you know, it's only fair that your kids get some time in the cinema too. Aside from that, we've seen this movie a couple of times before, whether it's Finding Nemo or My Neighbor Totoro. And if you did want something that was balanced enough for the adults and the kids, I'd still say go watch Dora and the Lost City of Gold. But this one's not bad. It's very sweet. It's very adorable.
Yeah, like you say, the kids need something as well. To the big kids in all of us, Mr. JP Sebastian, how many popcorns do you give the film? Abominable.
I couldn't count very well as a kid, so 6 out of 10 is as high as I go. I'm sorry.
I don't know. That seems all right. That seems pretty fair.
You seem so
pretty
heartbroken
liberal
by that.
coming from a grown-up. Okay, I'm sure
I'll go back to the mountains.
I'm
then,
sure kids will
sorry.
give it an 8 or a 9, but that's abominable. Go and check it out. Looks like a lot of fun, especially for the little ones.
What's it called?
Abominable.
There you go.
Hey?
Who's got what it takes to shine on Expresso? Your favorite breakfast show is searching for new presenters, and it's your time to shine with Orbit Gum.
Own it with Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition, Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3.
In thrilling weekly challenges, who will stand, who will stumble, and who will win the right to bring you the best of breakfast television. It's your time to shine with Presenter Search on 3 and Orbit Gum.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know what that particular beat means. Time to get into our Tech Daily Update. So in the space of one day, technology giants Facebook and Amazon have unveiled their individual plans. It's no kind of small surprise that they did it on the same day to release smart glasses that can not only handle queries like a smart assistant, but also map the world in augmented reality and project content in front of our very eyes, inside our heads. Our resident tech expert, Brian Smith, joins us to explore exactly what this means for the world at large. Brian, welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Always awesome to have you here because you bring such cool stories to light. Let's talk about these glasses. Not the first time we've spoken about them. Why have they not become mainstream before?
Absolutely. If you consider in the market space before this, like you say, it really isn't the first occasion in which we've heard about smart glasses. If you consider just a couple of years ago, Google Glass was the major rage on the market, and yet we still don't have these on store shelves nor on our faces. And if you consider there's actually a bunch of challenges to making this kind of product, primarily because in essence building glasses is really complicated because some people just want a fashion statement, so building something for everyone is quite difficult. But then again, we have people with eyesight difficulties that actually need a prescription lens, so catering for everyone is basically an impossible endeavor. Up until this point as well, these kind of products have been really pricey at over $1,000 US, very niche, so we haven't really seen these take off in the same way we have fitness trackers.
I was going to mention, because the funny thing is now, fitness trackers, which started as something functional, have now become a fashion statement in themselves. I suppose if we wanted something that didn't have a prescription, we'd slap on some VR glasses if we wanted to augment our reality, but this is something slightly different. So when we look at the individual features of each, obviously two big names releasing on the same day, no big surprise there. What do they differ in what they do? What will we see in the features of the glasses themselves?
So what's really fascinating here is that Amazon and Facebook have almost taken this in two entirely separate directions. So Amazon yesterday came up with what are called Echo frames. So as in the name implies, these aren't so much smart glasses as they really are smart frames.
Okay.
So these are built in with speakers and microphones on the side of the frames. You can adjust the lenses to your own liking or tailor them to your own preference if you have some eyesight difficulty. But as well, these are intentionally designed to serve for Amazon's Alexa, the digital voice assistant, so you can handle and get answers to queries on the go. Facebook, on the other hand, has gone in entirely the opposite direction. They believe in the power of augmented reality, that is overlaying graphic components over the real world and reality.
Minority Report vibes.
So they're going more in the direction of overlaying content, letting you access and connect with friends on the go, or even map yourself while you're walking, for example, through a mapping application, kind of like you might at the moment with Google Maps.
Or chase Pokemon, perhaps. Are we going to see it? Is this the wave breaking, or are we still a way away from this becoming mainstream? Is this just a big step in the right direction, or do you think that this is now, it's starting to enter into the market?
I think what both of these companies have got right from the beginning is that they've learned from the past, and what we really see here is the emphasis on smart frames first and then lenses secondly. Whether this will actually capture the market is a difficult question because it all really depends on price and consumer willingness to buy these kind of devices. However, what we see is a bunch of different ideas seeing how to play with this technology, and with other companies entering the space where it really could become a really hot sector within the next couple of months to a year.
How close are we to wanting to take content, absorb it like this? When we talk about an augmented reality, I mean, I think the idea of a smart assistant we've become quite used to now, but the augmented reality is something that's kind of almost feels a bit sci-fi. How close are you to, do you think people are going to want to take content on board like this? I mean, it's very exciting, but how kind of, are we close to that verge?
That's an awesome question.
Would you do it?
I think I might. So to the point you and I both made, I think what these companies have done is trying to find the right application for this technology. And I think we're kind of used to the idea, or getting used to the idea of integrating with a smart assistant by now, but we don't really have a killer feature for augmented reality. I think up until now, maybe Pokemon, like you mentioned earlier, has kind of captured the imagination in that regard, and gaming will be a huge factor within these devices. Yeah. It's all about finding the right niche, and I think mapping and gaming will be the first two sort of sectors or spheres that really becomes interesting with these devices.
Imagine, what will this room look like if I paint it purple? Yeah, just imagine, just imagine. Buddy, this has actually made me a lot more excited than I thought it will. Brian, thank you so much, my friend, for unpacking that one. Be sure to keep up to date with the latest tech news and some incredible insights on bandwidthblog.com.
Olive Pride brings a touch of pride and the natural beauty of olive oil to your table. Made with love by Clover.
We only make things with love here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So on Wednesday, the Culinary Hotline, and in preparation of Rosh Hashanah, we learned how to make kitka bread. Today, we're going to see if we actually learned anything and also attempt our own version of an Olive Pride kitka. But I need some help in the kitchen. My one and only trusty assistant, Graham. You can come this side. Yes, come this side.
I'm really nervous. I won't lie
paying
about
attention on Wednesday with
not
the
at
culinary
all.
hotline
No, I
playing?
mean, I was really busy. Imagine cruising. We were going, to the Arabian Peninsula. It was a whole different vibe. I remember hearing some really cool insights about Rosh Hashanah and just the beautiful way in which food is used to express and connect. I absolutely love that. And the fact that we are making this very special bread feels quite special, but it does add a little bit of pressure. Okay, but I assume you were watching and listening really closely.
I was. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick us off, all right? We've already got some dough, but I'm going to put some yeast, the dry ingredients in there, some sugar.
A bit of sugar. And the sugar helps with the yeast, so you don't have to put the yeast in water to activate it.
He was
See?
paying attention and
I might have heard it about 100 times. I know we often do talk about it, but actually the yeast needs to feed on something. It's a living organism.
Yes.
And the sugar is exactly what it feeds on.
Exactly.
So you made a little well in the middle of our dry ingredients.
Made a little bit of a well. We're going to put in a cup of water. We're going to put in a half a cup of our olive pride. That's what makes all the difference. That just takes it to that next level over there. And then I'm going to mix this up first with a spatula because I don't know if you remember, Tabiso had quite a situation the other day when he tried to do everything with his hands.
One of life's great joys is watching Tabiso in the kitchen. Absolutely love that. So, as Lee said, one of the key things here is a touch of pride. We know that Olive Pride's blend of seed oils and extra virgin olive oil uses, first off, top quality extra virgin olive oil in their blend. Its blend is set apart from other blends as it maintains a great olive flavor, although blended with the seed oils, which have a much higher smoking point as well. Really healthy, fortified. You're going to get your omegas, and it is endorsed by the Heart and Stroke Foundation, which is a massive, massive tick in the right direction. All right, what do you need?
So now that we've mixed up our dough, all right, it's ready, it's in there. Graham, you're going to take it out.
Okay.
And then I need you to create yes, you can.
Can I just
flour up your surface there. Look at you. Oh, listen. You are ready for marriage, my friend.
Thank you.
You really are.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh at that social media. I can't even take the dough out of the thing, man. So
there we go.
There we go.
The key word for this delicious Cupcake Olive Pride Cupcake bread recipe is clover.
Look at
SMS it to 33728.
Am I breaking it into two?
Break it up into two, and then you're going to create two long ribbons, and then you're going to kind of intertwine them like we have over there.
Just kind of. You do the one.
All right.
Okay.
This is so much fun. Oh, let me tell you.
It's incredibly therapeutic, eh?
It is. It really is.
And look, ours is going to be quite rustic, and I think don't be shy of a rustic.
I love how when it doesn't work out, we call it rustic.
No, that's my style.
When it's a flop, then we're like, oh, it's rustic.
This will not be a flop. This will not be a flop. There is something really, it's like the ultimate stress ball. Yes, you made quite a long one, huh?
There we go.
Cool, okay. Let me just...
So I think we're just going to attach it at the end there. Boom, and then we just make a little...
young plait.
Boom. That boom, boom, boom.
You could make it with even more than one plait, huh?
You could. But I think that let's just keep it rustic.
Now you're learning.
And then we're going to pop it over there and maybe just like connect it at the ends there, you know?
It's almost
unity.
like a
it's
wreath.
The dough in unity.
Okay, and now our glaze. So this is what's going to give it that beautiful, lovely brown.
We're just using egg whites for this. You can use like a full egg, but we're going to go with egg whites for this one. And then do you want to just garnish with our sesame seeds on the top there, G, so that we can all pretend you did something today?
Listen, my plaiting, okay, I feel like you have an unfair advantage of being a girl, being able to plait hair. I think this looks superb, to be quite honest, for two people who've never made bread before. I'll speak for myself.
Yes, our resident chef and food stylist, Nicole, is like, my children have done it. Go team.
Well done, man. Okay, I know, for the whole segment, but it's fine because the pride I feel at having had my, played my part in making this incredible Cupcake, I'm awesome.
All 5 seconds of it. All right, well, if you missed this recipe, here's one more look at how we made this delicious olive pride Cupcake bread. Go team.
Yay, man. Well done, eh?
Flex your baking muscles and give this Clover Olive Pride Cupcake bread recipe a try. A delicious braided bread enriched with egg and a touch of pride. Add half a tablespoon of sugar to a mixing bowl. Next, pour in 1 cup of lukewarm water, 1 sachet of instant yeast. Then stir the mixture and set aside for 10 minutes. In the meantime, add 3 tablespoons of sugar to 4 cups of bread flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 2 whisked eggs. And then add the frothy yeast mixture. Add a touch of pride. Then mix it all together until a dough starts to form. Turn it out onto a surface and knead the dough for about 8 to 10 minutes. Then cover and set aside to proof until double in size. Divide the dough into 3 portions and roll each piece into a strand before braiding the dough and finally securing the ends to keep it all in place. Place onto a baking tray and brush with a touch of pride. And cover to double in size again. Then sprinkle over a handful of sesame seeds. Pop in the oven to bake at 200 degrees Celsius for 25 to 30 minutes, and you're done. Beautiful and deserving of a place in the center of your table, this Clover Olive Pride Kitka bread will take the cake at your next dinner.
Made with love by Clover.
Rosh Hashanah is sorted. Well, not really. I know there are a ton of other amazing ingredients, but this, it's going to go into like a big circle. We can break bread, share it with our friends and family.
Bread.
Well done, eh?
Thank you.
Look how proud you are. You're like, oh, I had this. I absolutely had this.
It's going to be so delicious. Clover to 33728. We'll gladly send you the ingredients list and the link to the recipe, and you could be making this delicious bread this weekend.
Yeah, so Shana Tova to all of our Jewish viewers. Hopefully we've taken a little bit on board of just how special this New Year celebration is for you. Best way to do it through the food that you share with those that you love the most.
Let's get some butter.
Should we break some bread? Let's break some bread. Yeah.
Olive Pride brings a touch of pride and the natural beauty of olive oil to your table. Made with love by Clover.
Every day, brave young kids around our country fight their own private battle against cancer. To show them that other kids and families have got their back, a portion of the proceeds from every NutriKids product sold will go to secure the next Clover NutriKids Choc Home in Port Elizabeth. A support base where children undergoing treatment and their families are accommodated, supported and given a fighting chance against cancer.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Happy Friday, everybody. Now, the Springboks are in the thick of the Rugby World Cup, and tomorrow they will face Namibia. We wanted to know from you on social media, what is your score prediction for the match? So let's take a look at some of your responses. Orange Freddie Courtenay says, we shall give it to the Bucks at 25-11. Greetings from Namibia, Courtenay. So Courtenay's from Namibia, saying that the Bucks are going to win. Okay, I hear you. Also, Danila Govender says, good morning, Expresso team. Good luck and best wishes, Springboks. 35-9. Wow, that is a whacking. Do we have another one? Yes, no, maybe yes. Deirdre America says, good morning, Expresso fam. South Africa 29, Namibia 16. Good luck, Springboks. Yes, and then Scotty Moshka says, good morning, Expresso live. Spring Knox, 35-19 to Nam. So the people have spoken. It looks like the Springboks are going to be victorious. That's what we like to hear. Let's keep the gees going and, of course, wish our boys in the green and gold all the best. Make us proud. Come on.
Yes, of course, because when the spring knocks, knock, you answer. Thanks for those. I think you're being quite conservative, actually. I think the Springboks in the pound seat to have a massive victory, but huge changes to the team. 13, in fact, most notably, Sia Khaleesi being rested. Mr. Brits comes in as our standing captain. Wainona Lowe comes in as a rugby writer, an all-round awesome human being. You also kind of going up the score a little bit there.
Yeah, hopefully the score doesn't look anything like those predictions, though, so yeah.
Before we move on to tomorrow's game against our neighbours, Namibia, which will be a great test, a great opportunity to test certain combinations. Certainly their back three love that. What do you make of the Springboks' performance against the All Blacks? Did you see something to be alarmed about, or was it just a case of the All Blacks capitalising on two mistakes? Because it wasn't a massive score difference. How do you feel about that game?
I just feel like, I don't think it was as bad. I think, you know, obviously we're more just disappointed because I think, you know, just in terms of after that first quarter, things just kind of shifted after that. But I think for me, the standout thing was just they didn't really adapt. So, yeah, and I think, you know, rather now get that over and done with. So hopefully, you know, we don't see those struggles again. But I think that to me was the biggest thing, the standout thing. They couldn't adapt.
Just stop kicking the ball.
So, yeah.
Just stop kicking.
Yeah, so...
Just had to get that out of my system because I think a lot of us were feeling that frustration. So Rassie has made some big changes. Brits moves to the back and comes in as standing captain. We've known now, I think he is the second oldest World Cup representative for South Africa, behind Victor Matfield. So congratulations on that front. But we know that he can captain the side, and there's a leadership kind of circle within that team. Why move him out of hooker?
I think, you know, Rassie did say that his plan was to give him 60 minutes. It seems like he's going to play full 80, so give him 60 minutes at number 8, and then he's going to, you know, obviously move him to number 2. So I think it's just he did say that should any injuries come up, he will see him as a backup. So, so I think it's more, you know, just testing, a bit of experimentation, so yeah.
Looking at it, didn't look like Sia was at 100%. No. Do you rest him or do you play him to bring him back to 100? I
think it's actually, you know, just playing him off the bench. I think that's good because he obviously, I think that was quite clear. He did struggle a bit. And also, you know, he hasn't, in terms of game time, he hasn't got so much in there since returning from injury. So I think, you know, resting him completely might not have been, so just managing him properly. So I think, it's a good call.
And he'll be itching, knowing him. He's a confidence-based player, so he needs time on the field to be able to build that confidence. Unfortunately, Jesse has been ruled out, pulled a strain during training. But let's talk about that back three, really exciting. Mapimpi hasn't scored yet, but you know, coming off a hat-trick in his previous game, you know that he is up for it. Warwick Galante and Sabu Nkosi is probably my favourite player in the team at the moment. This is dynamic, this is exciting. Expect the boys to fire.
Look, I must say, I was kind of hoping that Rassie would give Colby a run at 10. I mean, at 15, sorry, at 15. That would be a problem at 10.
He could probably do it, but I feel you.
But at 15, you know, just because I feel it's so, like, it's a pity, you know, having to kind of substitute and just kind of, you know, shifting him or rotating him in Nkosi, which is not really going to be the case because I think, you know, he's kind of, you know, locked that down.
Have them both on the field.
So exactly. So, and especially I think maybe that's exactly what Willie needs, you know, just to, because he's an amazing player and he's going to be a real game break. But I think this season we haven't really seen that from him. So I would have liked to see, you know, Cheslin maybe at 15. Warwick, of course, deserves a shot. He certainly does. But I think, you know, imagine Sbu and Cheslin in the same, you know, back three.
That's very much two of our X Factor players. We talk about that, but these guys are firing at the moment. Going to be very exciting to watch them play. Kwagga Smith back on the field, Francois Lowe. Who is our best loose trio, do you think?
Maybe last year I wouldn't have given the same response, but you know, after just, you know, the kind of games performances they've produced together, I still go with, you know, Dwayne, Peter, Steph, and then Sia. But I think this is definitely, you know, just having Kwagga in there, I love him as a player. He's a real exciting player. He's a baller.
And he gives so much.
Yeah, and even his basics, you know, and you need that kind of speed. So I think it's going to be exciting just seeing how this works out. But yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Namibia making 11 changes as well. How do we feel about this team? Is there an upset? What do we learn from a match against Namibia? South Africa doesn't traditionally play incredibly well against weaker sides. We generally save that for the big guns. What are we wanting to get out of this team, and what do Namibia present to us?
I think just mostly, obviously, Namibia, you know, with their opener, obviously did not go their way. But I think, you know, this is mostly...
They didn't get thumped.
Yeah, it was like a 20 points different. Well, it's could have been worse, could have been worse. But, you know, I think just, you know, working on those areas from last week. For example, just how, again, they struggled a bit at the breakdown in terms of how the All Blacks, you know, just tried to, they didn't contest much. So they just tried to, you know, line and get their defence sorted. And I think we didn't really, you know, get that quickly enough. So I think just fixing those kind of things, also under the high ball, our defence at certain times. So I think it's more going to be about just working on those work-ons and just getting the confidence back also. And of course, it's another game in those conditions, so that it can't be a bad thing. So I think, you know, mostly just fixing those areas and just getting the confidence back up there.
A wonderful opportunity to actually have. Yeah, a wonderful opportunity.
Players,
Sibusiso Nkosi, watch this man. I have a feeling he's going to get the hat-trick this weekend. But of course, the match kicking off at 11:45 tomorrow. Wano, you are an absolute legend. I feel like we share one rugby mind. Please don't kick the ball away. Run it to our unbelievable wings. That's what we want to see tomorrow. But you can continue to give us those score predictions. I'm going to say up it. Raise the stakes just a little bit. It's South Africa up against Namibia in the Rugby World Cup.
See the world on your doorstep with SA Tourism. Short lift and travel starts week of awesomely affordable packages to destinations around South Africa. From September 23rd to 29th on travelstar.co.za, the country, ocean, cities and hidden gems are all in reach with super discounted flights and accommodation. No visas, no stopovers or foreign exchange. Just glorious South African getaways you can experience this Heritage Month for Travel Week.
It's audio there now?
Yeah. Should be. Surfing. We are going to be surfing. I think
happy the birthday. And of course, if it is your birthday and we're not mentioning it today, well, then a very happy birthday to you. But let's get into those that we do have. Shall we?
Oh man, we got some stunning dedications coming through, and we have a video. Thank you so much. We've got this one coming through our WhatsApp line. Incidentally, the number is 071-640-6551. But this came from Veronica. Take a look.
Happy birthday to you.
Get into it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Auntie Nona.
Auntie Nona.
Happy birthday to you. Till the Noel comes again. Till the Noel comes again. God bless you and keep you. Till the Noel comes again. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Oh, yay! I love that.
Oh man, I know that was sent by Veronica.
This is gorgeous. I loved it.
That was, only a kid can sneak in an extra syllable. That was just so sweet. Thank you so much. I hope you, Auntie Lorna, wherever you are, your heart is just melted. So happy birthday. So let's throw in one more from my side. Our mom, Lena Smith, or Smith, also known as me, has just turned 90 years old today. That's incredible. We're wishing you all God's richest blessings today. Much love from your children, your great and grandchildren and grand-grandchildren. Wow, that's coming from Ursula Daniels. Happy birthday, me.
Happy birthday. Also, a very happy birthday to my firstborn. I think it's Riley. May God bless you with many, many more years. Enjoy your day. Love from Mom Zandre, Luke, Uncle Ricky, and Buta Giovanni. Happy birthday, my darling. Also, a happy 36th birthday to Brandon. All of the best on your special day. Enjoy it. Love from Mom, Dad, Jonathan, Nana, Auntie Lena, Josh, Olivia, and Joe Ash.
The whole gang, gang.
Everybody.
We're wishing Mandy Juta and Taylor Juta God's richest blessings on their day. Happy 39th and 28th birthday to you respectively. That's cool that you celebrate on the same day. That's from Simon, Juta, Ma, Jenny, Dylan, Darren, Leonard, and the Pinar fam, the whole clan as well, throwing their love. And then a happy 10th birthday to our beautiful baby Thierry's. Happy birthday. May the Lord Jesus anoint and favor be upon you always. And that's love from your baby sister, Kira, Alexis, your dad, and your mom. Happy
Hallelujah.
birthday.
Love that one.
Hallelujah.
Now, this one goes to my husband, Nunu. I love that.
Hey,
Nunu. Love you more than I ever thought possible. Have a great day, my love. And I wish that all your dreams come true. Happy birthday, hubby. I love you so, so much. Also, a very heavenly birthday to Maria Amos. I want you to know that we miss you and still love you deeply. The wounds that we, your children, are carrying around after losing you feels like they'll never go away. But we know that God will heal us. From your children, Jamila, Muhammad, Tazwell, Gregory, Michelle, and Jamie, in remembrance of Mom Maria.
Oh man, I don't know if you want to tackle that next one.
All righty, Vande. Yes. All right. Oh, because it's Afrikaans.
You see.
Don't you want to? Must I do it for you?
I think do it, Shane,
Okay,
because
all right.
I don't want to butcher
So,
it. It
Howard
looks
is
like a lovely
55 jaar oud en die boodskap sê ek wil net vir pa baie geluk wens aan pa se verjaarsdag. Ek hoop pa geniet dit en mag die Here vir pa met baie gesonde jare spaar. Ek hoop vir daddy alles van die beste lief. Hierdie boodskap is van al daddy se kinders en ook van Sion, Shamandre, Devereaux, Leando, Lichanto en mommy. Ons almal is baie lief vir daddy. Yay!
Verjaarsdag. I absolutely love that, Shamus, and it's such a sweet message. I don't want to completely butcher it, so, and you were able to give it the correct amount of gees. Then, Magdalene, you are our superhero. You are strong, humble, and a God-fearing woman. You've made it to 36 and still looking stronger and great every day. We love you lots. That's from your parents, Susan and Nicholas, as well as Lamisha, Michaela, Natasha, Chanteo, and your husband, Leonard Fortain. Happy birthday, Magdalene. And then a happy 21st birthday to my brother, Monde. Your beloved sister, Tando, wants you to know that there is no other brother like you in the world. Look at that face. How could there ever be another Monday? I don't know what I would be without you in my life. I love you, Skim Sami. That's beautiful, man.
Exactly. And then we're ending it off with Nabila. We would like to wish our granddaughter Nabila Swartz a happy first birthday. May the Almighty grant you many more years. Love you lots from the Swartz family. I mean, cuteness level 500. Absolutely loving it. So if you would like to send us a birthday message to shout out to a family member, a friend, somebody that you love, all you have to do is just send us a 15-second video to this number, 071-640-6551. We would love to give them a birthday shout out on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Yeah, thank you so much for those beautiful messages. We can see how much time you put into it. Hopefully that means the world to the people on the receiving end of that. But keep those messages coming. Now, do you feel like shaking it loose just a little bit now?
I think move it.
Let's get outdoors. Let's experience a sunrise workout on one of the most majestic beaches around. T, what's up?
Good morning, family. Welcome to the beach. Your Uncle Tabsy reporting live to you from Blowback Strand. What a beautiful day. Look, we can totally tell that spring and summer are very well underway, very much around the corner as far as summer is concerned. That's why I've decided to bring it out to the beach today. We're getting that summer body ready, and we're going to do that or die trying, or hopefully not die. But Cindy Abrams is going to be putting us through our paces, especially me. She's brought a friend. She's over there right behind me by the beach here in Blowback Strand. We're going to be doing some sunset or sunrise rather. Sunset, sunrise, you can do it during the sunrise or the sunset. It's the sunrise fitness routines, all about getting that blood flowing as you go into the weekend. And then a little bit later on, we're going to be looking at a surf report. Yes, for those surfer boys and surfer girls out there, surf report that's going to be looking at if you're coming to do surfing by the beach over here, or if you're going to be doing kite surfing as well. Later on, we're taking it to the kitchen. I'm joining Anel and a mate of hers at their house. I'm going to be knocking their surprise visit because it is National Cupcake Day. Can you believe it? And you can get involved with all the fun by joining us on social media on Facebook, Expresso Morning Show SABC3. A little bit later on, I'll give you a bit of a rundown in terms of a comprehensive weather report across the country. It's looking pretty fine out here. It's beautiful. It's amazing. The breeze is slapping me on here, clapping me on there. I just want to be right there by the beach. So in a bit, getting ready to do some fitness for the morning.
Continue to clap Uncle Tabsy out on Blowberg Beach. We'll bring you a bit of a workout. We really do urge that you get up and join him for the workout. Get that kind of circulation going. But lots of excitement happening on the beach. But right now, time to get back into our official duties with the news headlines.
Thank you so much, G. In the national news this morning, banking union SASPO has been interdicted from proceeding with what would have been the biggest banking strike in 99 years. A ruling to this effect was handed down by the Labour Court in Bloemfontein yesterday morning. The union and about 50,000 of its members plan to hold marches across major cities today to protest retrenchments in the banking sector. SASPO is an affiliate of Trade Union Federation, COSATU. Judge Hilary Rabkin-Naika ruled the proposed protest action is unlawful and in breach of Section 77 of the Labour Relations Act. As the country continues to celebrate the success of the Ndlovu Youth Choir on America's Got Talent, the choir yesterday said that it was offered a recording deal by music mogul Simon Cowell. The choir recently made it into the finals of one of the world's largest talent competitions. Choir director Ralph Schmidt did not confirm if it was accepted. Earlier this week, Limpopo's MEC for Arts and Culture, Thandi Moraka, handed the choir a cheque of 1 million rand, thanking them for inspiring the world with their story and their talent. Now moving further abroad, the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, who is at present in Botswana, is expected in Malawi on Sunday for his official visit to the warm heart of Africa, where he will perform a number of official duties and meet with President Peter Mutharika. Now the Duke, his wife Meghan and son Archie are on a 10-day tour of South Africa, Angola, Botswana and Malawi. Prince Harry, well known for his love of Africa, will meet African partners committed to tackling conservation issues in Botswana and Malawi during his tour. A majority of the U.S. House of Representatives now support either an impeachment inquiry or the impeachment of President Donald Trump. A simple majority vote is required to impeach a president. If this happens, the process moves on to a public trial in the Senate, where a two-thirds majority vote is necessary. As Republicans currently control the Senate, there's a low probability of impeachment. The complaint is about a July 25 phone call between Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, in which Trump urged him to investigate former Vice President Joe Biden. And finally, a blogger in New York, Sarah Honang, recently shared the genius fridge hack that she uses to get her kids to eat healthy snacks. Her recent post about organizing her fridge with accessible self-serve snacks for her kids went viral. The concept is simple. Prepare a variety of healthy snacks in advance so that they are completely ready to eat. Stock them in containers on low refrigerator shelves and allow the kids to help themselves. Honang buys snacks such as cheese sticks and yogurt in bulk and rotates in different seasonal fruits and vegetables. There's something about having things truly ready to grab that makes that makes kids eat them, she says. And guess what? It really works. So there's a hack for all parents out there. Well, let's take another look at what's happening in the exciting world of sport. Here is Graham.
Understandably, with the World Cup underway, rugby dominating ahead of a big weekend. First up, let's return to tomorrow's action. England made it 2 wins from 2 matches in their Rugby World Cup campaign after beating the USA 45-7 at the Novia Stadium yesterday. First half saw tries from Billy Vunipola, very much the man of the moment, Luke Cowan-Dickey, and standing captain George Ford, who was the eventual man of the match. 4 more tries were scored in the second half to secure the win for England, who now sit comfortably at the top of Pool C. Next, England face off against a slightly tougher outfit in Argentina, while the USA tackle France. Then Italy has claimed their second win of the 2019 Rugby World Cup after a convincing 48-7 bonus point win over Canada in the Fukuoka Stadium early yesterday morning to top Pool B as well. The Italians scoring 7 tries, forwards Dean Budd and South African-born Bram Steyn scoring in the first half of the match to give Italy the lead early on. 4 more tries were scored in the second half, and they were also awarded a penalty try. So Italy currently topping Pool B, but still have to face heavyweight South Africa, of course, and the All Blacks in the tournament, so expect that to change. Then locally in football, Northwest University claimed a 1-0 win over Tshwane University of Technology to be crowned the 2019 Varsity Dispute Champions. That was after a hard-fought final in Mafeking last night. TUT were reduced to 10 men after captain Rorisang Rapaleng was shown a straight red card. NWU's Lindane Nkambinde, he scored the winner for his team. That also earned him the Man of the Match award. This was NWU's first varsity football win, so congratulations to the outfit. And then we're in for an action-packed weekend, we know, as we throw forward to our Rugby World Cup fixtures. Biggest match undoubtedly being South Africa up against neighbours Namibia at the City of Toyota Stadium, and that kicks off at 11:45 tomorrow. Stay tuned, we're going to be talking a little bit of Sevens rugby later in the show, so definitely stick around for that, but let's see how the competition out on the roads is looking.
Well, taking a look at your traffic, starting off with Gauteng at Bedford View, there is a multi-vehicle accident on the N12 eastbound after Galuli's interchange. The left lane is currently blocked and causing heavy delays, so please be patient on the roads this morning. Now heading over to KwaZulu-Natal in Pietermaritzburg on the N3 northbound, there's been an accident before Nottingham Road. Heavy congestion can be expected from Howick side, so please use the R103 to avoid delays. Also looking at the train lines today, from the first train until the last train on Sunday, the train service between Bellville and Strand / Muldersvlei is cancelled in both directions. Now commuters are advised to use an alternative mode of transport. Well, to take a look at the weather, let's head all the way to Blouberg, where Tabiso's got all the details.
So Sbuda, all of this for dollar low monthly fees.
Money, money. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Leanne, Miss Shady Lady. How's this? A weather report from Blowback Strand by the beach. Let's get into it. Thank you so much for sending in those beautiful sunrise pictures that we have asked you to send in. We've got one here from Drini from Mark. I'm seeing it here. A beautiful sunrise picture from Scott Burrow, where sunny conditions can be expected with clear skies and a strong northeasterly breeze that picks up towards the afternoon, reaching a maximum of 23 degrees. Kelvin Keith also sent us his sunrise from St. Helena Bay, where partly sunny conditions can be expected with nice and warm temperatures reaching that beautiful max of 26 degrees. Stunning pictures. You too can do exactly the same by getting your pictures through to us on our Facebook page. It's Expresso Morning Show SABC3 with the hashtag Expresso Show. And now look at those temperatures across the country. We start off in Polokwane today. Your low is 7, reaching that high of 25 degrees. Sunny in Bombela today kicks off at 8, reaching that peak of 25 degrees. If you're out in the capital city, Pretoria, 9 and 28, with plenty of sunshine expected for Johannesburg, 8, that's your low, reaching that high of 26 degrees. Mahikeng in Bokoni Bophirima, 9 and 32, with clear skies today for Klerksdorp, starting off at 7, peaking at 28 degrees. If you're out in Kimberley, your low today is 9 and your high 28 degrees. With the lowest temperatures in the country, that's Bloemfontein, 5, that's your low, reaching a high of 27. And if you're out in Richards Bay, better weather than the day before today, 13, that's your low, reaching a high of 25 degrees. And high humidity is expected for Pietermaritzburg, 10, that's your low, reaching that high of 30. Sunny Durban, South Africa's playground, is 15 and 24, with Mthatha experiencing high humidity today. Your low is 9, reaching that max of 32 degrees. If you're out in East London, it's nice and sunny today, 16, reaching a peak of 30, with Craddock at 8 and 33. Port Elizabeth, 16, reaching a maximum of 31. George, 14 and 30, with Sutherland coming through with that southwesterly wind, traveling at 16 kilometers per hour, and your temperatures 10 and 26. If you're out in the mother city, Cape Town, 15, reaching a high of 27. Beautiful day, it's nice and sunny, with Worcester highest temperatures in the country today, 12 and a high of 34. Springbok, brace yourself, you've got that wind, 26 kilometers per hour, that's how fast it's going. It's a northeasterly today, 12, that's your low, reaching a high of 31. And lastly, if you're out in Uppington, 14 is your low, and your high today is 30 degrees. It sounds like it's going to be a beautiful day. The next report will be in just over half an hour. In the meantime, remember to get those pictures through to us. Show us your sunrise. We've got a beautiful one here in Summerstrand, and get this sunrise picture to Expresso Morning Show SABC3.
Oh, thank you so much, Papa Penny, coming to us live from Blue.
And the last thing is he knows that you're going to be throwing shade, so he doesn't even have to see you.
But he does it first.
Yeah, exactly.
He
did call you, actually. He did prefix you as the shady lady. But thanks for that weather report. I think we must actually do that like all the time. Our cameraman, Sean,
I love that.
we must beach reports from the beach every day. But we obviously have those home luxuries, not being on the beach, but being in our very own Macafe with our very own princess. Are we going to have to fight it out over this? No, you can have it. You can have this.
We never fight. We never fight. I just win all the time. Listen, there's nothing better than starting your Friday off with a freshly baked croissant.
It's the smell of it. To walk into your workplace and have this wafting through is amazing. So you can imagine how awesome this is going to taste. As we go to a break, we'll see you in a moment.
That steam just escaping.
And you're not even giving me one half. You were going to just chow it all.
You're loved by those who have tried it. Macafe, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
So you'll be interested to know that, yes, I did get some food before the break. I did. I stole some of your croissants.
Okay.
I really did. Okay.
It's a real thing.
So welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Smooth fame and fortune, that is what awaits. That's what you stand to win when you enter for Tropica Island of Treasure Season 9. It's massive and it's here on our doorstep. This year, the hit show will be filmed in, get this, the Curaçao, which is located about 90 miles north of Venezuela. It combines an urban and outdoor lifestyle like no other island. Looks
I like
amazing.
the Curaçao.
Curaçao.
Or it can be Curacao. Okay, now a Dutch Caribbean island. This is known for its over 35 spectacular beaches, Graham, and its rich wildlife. Like Patrick, the island offers endless activities, and today we're looking at 3 fun facts to you probably didn't know about the island life. Fact number 1, did you know this, Graham?
No.
Curacao is very popular among snorkelers and divers. With all the natural beaches, Curacao is perfect for snorkeling. Tugboat is one of Curaçao's most famous places to dive, and it's named after Tugboat that accidentally sunk years ago, and the wreck only rests at a depth of 5 meters.
That's awesome. Patrick, what do you think about that? No, that sounds really, really cool. 35 beaches for you to go snorkeling off as well. Then here's another fun fact that you might not know, or maybe you do know it. Playa Lehun is a very popular beach amongst locals, divers, snorkelers and fishermen. The rocky cliffs along the narrow channel provides some protection for a variety of reef fish, some great viewing there as well as the perfect place for turtles to hang out. That's very cool.
Patrick's very impressed.
He's happy,
Also,
man.
Curaçaoans, as they're known, are known for their kindness and their warmth. The friendly locals promise to welcome all tourists like one of their own. I love it. That's why friendly.
That's why Patrick is so friendly, man. So Curaçao is a place to be discovered and a place where being kind is a way of living. That's really, really cool. And if you want to go to the island of your dreams, see your island dreams come true and stand a chance of winning, of course, your share, half of 1 million rand, you've got to enter hashtag TIOT9 by recording a video of yourself describing how you would outsmooth your competition on the island of Curaçao. You got to WhatsApp that video to 0639218395.
Exactly, and you could be winning some smooth fame and fortune in this season of Tropica Island of Treasure Curaçao. T's and C's and more information can be found on tropica.co.za.
What do you think?
Patrick just wants to hang out with you for a second.
Hi, buddy. Love.
This is Season 9 of Tropica Island of Treasure. Welcome to Curaçao in the Caribbean. Buy Tropica and come find your smooth fame and fortune. Audition online now to compete with your favorite celeb, and you could join us in paradise and stand a chance to win your share of a smooth 1 million rand. Grab a Tropica for details and see you in paradise.
The more Tropica you buy, the more chances you have to win hundreds of thousands of prizes. Tropica, nothing smoother.
Well, that's enough fun from us in studio. It's time for us to head back to Bloberg, where we're live from Bloberg Stand as Tabiso gets to witness some fitness with Cindy Abrams.
Hey guys, we're still here in the Bloberg Strand. Hey everyone. Well, look, the days are definitely getting warmer. We can tell the season we're stepping into, and that means it's getting very important for us to get our bodies in shape. But now, fitness and wellness isn't just limited to the body. It's not just about the six-pack. It's about getting up and getting moving. When you're fit, when you get moving, your mind and your brain feels the same way. You're able to do better things with yourself, with your children, with your life, with your energy. You spend your energy so much better, and that's why I've decided to come out to the beach and do fitness with Cindy.
Welcome.
Welcome. It's so good to see you. Always so good to see you. The last time you put me through my paces, we were in studio, and I mean,
You were twerking that day.
We were twerking in high heels. We were twerking in high heels, but we're switching it up today. We
Yes,
brought
we
it to the
definitely are.
beach.
Yes.
I can't think of a better place to get fit.
Exactly, and you're outside, you can breathe in all the sea water. It's amazing, especially if you're asthmatic like myself.
Yeah.
Amazing to work out outside.
'Cause
And
it's
there's
just-
no equipment needed because you have the sand and you have your body.
it just opens you up, and you've got plenty space, so you're not worried about
enough space.
people sweating around you. So Cindy,
bumping into you,
their sweat rubbing against your sweat, not pretty at all.
No.
Now, how do we make sure that we keep our bodies in shape during the season?
Well, nowadays we always want to train and we want to train our full body.
Yeah.
So the best way to do it is if you're outside on the beach, you need no equipment. You only need your towel. You don't even need a towel. So we're going to do today, we're going to start by working our top half of our body. Then we're going to do some cardio and we're going to work the lower half.
Okay.
So
we're
once
doing a
you're
full
done,
body workout.
Full body workout, and once you're done, you can run straight into the water and take a swim.
You'll do that, and I'll watch you from here and clap. Right?
Okay, that's a deal.
Let's get into it. You brought a friend along.
Yes.
Hi, how's it?
Don't you love the t-shirt?
I love it. Shake it with Cindy. I say shake it like Cindy. How's that? Okay, let's get into it. What do we do first?
We're going to start. We're going to go down. We're going to get a stretch first. You want to take the right leg forward.
Okay.
Left hand on the floor. Place it right in line with your toe.
Yeah.
Twist the body in the opposite direction. And then just hold it there for a few seconds.
I'm always struggling with this one. Where do you look? Do you look at your hand?
No, you look straight up.
So you look straight up
and
like
then you
this.
feel the stretch in your lower back.
Okay.
Then move your foot out to the side. Now we're going the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Always keep a line.
Yeah.
And then twist the body and extend. And hold.
What's this particular move called, Cindy?
It's a stretch. Are you feeling it in your lower back?
I'm feeling it in my lower back, but I'm also feeling it by my thigh.
You need to feel it in your glute, your hamstrings, and your quads.
Okay, perfect.
So it's a full stretch.
Okay.
Right, now we're going to drop down. We're going to start with a shoulder tap. So you're going to go into a high plank.
Okay.
Legs are shoulder width apart.
Yeah.
Hands, put your hands under your shoulders.
Yeah.
We're going to tap.
Okay.
We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step in with the right leg. Now we're going to go into lunges. So you're going to drop down, push up. Now watch your form. Don't let your knees go over your toes.
Okay.
So you drop down, extend, drop down, extend, drop down. Got it?
Down, yeah.
Now we're going for 10. So we're going 10, 9,
Yeah.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down straight into mountain climbers. Ooh. Can you feel the sand?
We're getting naked. We are getting naked. Okay.
And then you're stepping in, changing sides.
All right.
Drop down now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Cindy,
9,
you get
10.
you get carried away. I know you.
No,
So-
we're not done. Keep going, keep going.
Yeah. We'll do this. We will do this. Don't worry, I'm not running. We're still here. We're both still here. Clearly, you're having so much more fun with it than I am. But listen, it is a morning sunrise workout with Cindy Abrams coming to you live from Blowback Strand. We're going to continue with it. I mean, it is a full body workout. We need a bit more time for it, which I suppose we can't do all on the TV. So you and I will continue. But a bit later on, I've got a surf report for you if you're looking to come out here. Maybe not so much do a workout, but do some surfing. I'll tell you what it's going to be looking like. So back to you guys in the studio. Okay, what do you
Uncle Tubbsy looking all sorts out of breath there, but it's all good. We're all starting to get those summer bodies ready. Now, our dog's dental care is often something that we neglect as pet owners, but as much as humans need to take care of their teeth, well, so do our pets.
We often put a lot of effort into keeping our dogs healthy and fit, but sometimes seem to neglect dental hygiene and the importance of maintaining strong and healthy teeth. I suppose, especially when it comes to our canines, that's the reason why we call them that, but they desperately do rely on their teeth for their overall health. So we are about to speak to veterinary surgeon Dr. Candace Cooper about the importance of dental hygiene for dogs and how we as paw parents, if you will, can help maintain healthy teeth for our dogs, because they can't floss. They can't do it themselves. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us. I'll always make light of these sorts of things, but it is fairly serious. Maybe we can start with the major issues surrounding dental health for dogs and why it's so important to maintain their dental health.
So it's something that pet parents often don't think about because no one's told you about it.
It's not your fault. We're just unaware.
Yeah, that is true. So it's one of the things that I mentioned in my first consultation, 8-week-old puppy. We talk about dental care because if you don't look after your dog's teeth, you end up with abscesses, you end up with soft tissue damage, and probably the biggest effect is if those bacteria in the plaque that is on the teeth go into the bloodstream, they actually seed in the heart and the kidney and the liver, and you can get organ failure from something as simple as plaque. In humans as well, just by the way. Yeah.
What is the greatest cause of ill kind of health within the dental space within dogs?
So pretty much the same as with people. If you don't if you don't have good dental hygiene yourself, you're going to get plaque accumulation that will eventually become tartar. The tartar will damage the soft tissues around the teeth, and then you get bone loss, tooth loss, abscess formation, organ failure.
And within a dog, I mean, they are expressed. So much of our emotional attachment to a dog, or our understanding or perception, is relating to their teeth.
Yeah.
I think in the wild we can understand how that would obviously massively impact them, but the same applies at home. That being said, all of this, now that we've obviously, hopefully, had the right level of relevance here, the care of, can you brush your dog's teeth?
So usually, and this is why I bring it up when they're puppies, because it's much easier getting a puppy used to its teeth being brushed than a 5-year-old dog that's never had it done before. So definitely, I know it sounds silly, but I mean, there's a reason we brush our teeth, and it's because it's the only thing that actually removes plaque. Yeah. There are other things that help, like chews and a good quality diet, and those things, they will help, but they're not going to remove plaque.
Do you get a dog toothbrush?
There are special veterinary ones.
You were waiting for that one, yeah.
They're great. They're very cute. You get cat ones as well. They are. The head's about that big. So you can use a human one, doesn't really matter, but the vet ones definitely make it a lot easier to do. And most importantly, a pet toothpaste. Please don't use human toothpaste. Yeah.
Is there, just to add to that very quickly, is there a special ingredient, or what aren't dogs allowed that would be found in human toothpaste that could be potentially dangerous?
So, well, firstly, they're not big fans of mint, so they're not going to enjoy...
and very strong flavoured mint.
Exactly, yes, yeah. So that is already going to put them off, so it's not going to make your job any easier. But yes, fluoride is in human toothpaste, which is fine because we spit it out, but obviously dogs aren't going to be spitting. Exactly, yeah. So dog toothpaste doesn't have fluoride in it.
Maybe it has a nice meaty flavour as well.
I haven't tasted my cat, so I don't know, but...
If they end up chewing on the toothbrush, you know, you're on too cold. Yeah. Thank you so much. I think some of this does seem very logical, but by the fact that we omit so much of this, it really does bring to bear the fact that we need to be reminded of these things. So thank you for taking a time out of a very busy practice, I know, to do this for us. And hopefully this has kind of had a lit a light bulb moment for you at home. There are a few key things that we should all be doing as responsible paw parents who do really care to make sure our dogs and our cats have healthy teeth. Martin's Calcium and Dental Bones for Dogs, great way to start to supporting and maintaining healthy and strong teeth for our furry canine friends. But you got to brush. That's the most important thing. Remove that plaque, brush, because we've spoken about just how far-reaching those negative impacts can be on their health. So take the time right now to make that part of their daily routine.
Exactly. Plus, halitosis is not a vibe, so you just want your little, doggy to be loved by all and still maintain those healthy teeth. Now, if you see this image on screen right here, this is what I'm looking forward to when it comes to the summer months, heading to the beach. And Tabiso is currently at Strand, where he's going to be bringing us a surf report just to make sure that we know what we can expect for the rest of the day. So stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're heading back to the beach after the break.
On the next episode of The Next Brand Ambassador, the remaining contestants realize that the ball is in their court, as teams are determined by chance and the stakes get even higher.
Wow, what a team. This is difficult.
We're not giving you free lessons, Nkanyi. You just have to catch up.
Anything that comes out from the she-devil's mouth is a waste of time.
That's The Next Brand Ambassador, Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. only on SABC3.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in. Can't believe halfway through the show already, but still plenty more to come. With a beach report, we're going to be bringing you our weather from Bloberg Strand Beach. Tobiso is standing by to do just that after we get into our news headlines.
In the national news this morning, banking union SASPO has been interdicted from proceeding with what would have been the biggest banking strike in 99 years. A ruling to this effect was handed down by the Labour Court in Bloemfontein yesterday morning. As the country continues to celebrate the success of the Ndlovu Youth Choir on America's Got Talent, the choir yesterday said it had been offered a recording deal by music mogul Simon Cowell. Choir director Ralph Schmidt did not confirm if it was accepted. Now moving further abroad, the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, who is visiting and presently in Botswana, is expected in Malawi on Sunday for his official visit to the warm heart of Africa, where he will perform a number of official duties and meet with President Peter Mutharika. A majority of the U.S. House of Representatives now supports either an impeachment inquiry or the impeachment of President Donald Trump. A simple majority vote is required to impeach an American president. And finally, at first glance, the image appears to be a moment of cruelty captured on film, with two men removing the horn of a rhino as shards of the material go flying. But the picture by 19-year-old South African Kaugelo Neville Ngomane reflects attempts to save the rhino population in the Kruger National Park from poachers. This striking shot, taken during an operation by the group Rhino Revolution to dehorn 5 of the animals, is in a nearby private reserve, has won Ngomane the Young Environmental Photographer of the Year award, a prize awarded by the International Chartered Institute of Water and Environmental Management. Ngomane says that it was not easy to watch such an iconic animal being dehorned, but that he hopes the picture will make more people support conservation. Well, that was your 7:30 news update. Here's another look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
Very heavy focus on rugby, understandably, with the World Cup now in the thick of things. And we start with yesterday's action. England have made it 2 wins from 2 matches in their Rugby World Cup campaign after beating the USA convincingly 45-7 at the Noah Veer Stadium yesterday. Then Italy have also claimed their 2nd win of the Rugby World Cup. That was after a very convincing 48-7 bonus point win over Canada in Fukuoka early yesterday to top Pool B. Locally in football, the Northwest University have claimed a 1-0 win over China University of Technology to be crowned the 2019 varsity Diski champions. That was after a hard-fought final in Mafeking last night. And throwing forward to the weekend, plenty of rugby on the way. In our World Cup fixtures, the one standout has to be South Africa up against our neighbours Namibia. That's at the City of Toyota Stadium. Kicks off at 11:45 tomorrow. We'll expand on all of those stories in a half hour.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Let's take another look at what's happening on our roads. Starting off with Gauteng at Strydom Park. There's an overturned vehicle on the N1 northbound before Malibongwe Drive. The emergency lane is obstructed and delays can be expected, so please keep a lookout for this. Now heading over to Queensburg in KwaZulu-Natal on the M7 eastbound. There's been an accident between Hans Detman and North Dean Road. Delays are expected approaching the scene, so please be patient on the roads this morning. And finally, taking a look at the train lines on the Central Line this morning, Chris Hani trains are cancelled from the T9903 until the T9924 in both directions. Commuters are advised to make use of Captain's Clip trains between Cape Town and Philippi. Let's take another look at what's happening in the world of weather. So we've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Thank you so much. Ntokozo Makatini sent us his beautiful sunrise from Johannesburg, where sunny conditions can be expected with clear skies and little to no wind, reaching a maximum of 26 degrees. And then also thank you so much, VJ Moodley, who sent us her amazing sunrise picture from Durban, where plenty of sunshine can be expected with pleasantly warm temperatures reaching a maximum of 24 degrees. Some of the other temperatures, starting off with with Polokwane with a low of 7 rising to 25, Mbombela 8.25, Pretoria 9.28. Plenty of sunshine for Joburg with a low of 8 rising to 26, Mahikeng 9 reaching 32, clear skies for Klerksdorp with a low of 7 reaching 28 degrees, Kimberley 9.28. The lowest temperature in the country for Bloemfontein with a low of 5 rising to 27 degrees, Richards Bay 13.25. Some high humidity for Pietermaritzburg today, 10 reaching 30 degrees, Durban a low of 15 rising to 24. High humidity for Mthatha with a low of 9 reaching 32. East London 16 rising to 30 degrees. Craddock 8 rising to 33. Port Elizabeth you're looking at a low of 16 rising to 31 degrees. George 14 reaching 30 degrees. And then a southwesterly wind of 16 kilometers per hour for Sutherland with a low of 10 rising to 26 degrees. Cape Town 15 reaching 27. The highest temperature in the country is for Worcester with a low of 12 reaching 34 degrees today. A northwesterly wind of 26 kilometers per hour expected for Springbok with a low of 12 rising to 31. Also Upington, your low is 14 and your high is 30 degrees today. Well, I hope that you're having a wonderful start to the morning. I'll have a final update for you on those weather details at 8 o'clock.
All right, so right now, that could be you with such beautiful weather across the land. Maybe you are tempted to go out and hit the surf. We couldn't put Tabiso out on one of the most beautiful beaches and, of course, was one of the coolest swells in the country without getting an official surf report. Tabiso, what is the swell looking like? Oh, get up, get up.
Well, we are still coming live to you from Blouberg Strand out here in the Western Cape. The weather is absolutely amazing. And if you're looking to come out surfing or even kite surfing, well, we brought Adrian van Varek here. He's a stand-up paddler and he knows everything there is to be known about the conditions of when it's right to be surfing and when you shouldn't be trying it. And that's why he's here to give us a surf report. Adrian, so good to have you here.
Good morning.
In fact, I feel like I've come into your space, so maybe you should be saying to me, it's so good to have me here. This is your office. This is what you do every day.
Yes, yeah, this is my living. I live on the ocean.
Yeah.
I do stand-up paddle lessons, rentals, I do downwinds. I used to be into kite surfing, but I would say the stand-up paddling is dominating now.
What's the wind looking like today? Because for me, I walked in here and I thought, wow, what a beautiful day. But of course, it's not always so beautiful when it comes to surfing. It might not be ideal. Is today good in terms of wind?
Today the wind is, there's almost no wind, which is good for surfing conditions. But unfortunately, there's not a lot of swell. So you're looking at about 2-foot swell on the sets. So if you've got a longboard, today would be good. There's one or two surfers out here at Big Bay who's having a load of fun today on their longboards.
Yeah, I'm guessing for this type of thing, you look ahead, so you're not just concerned about what the weather is looking like today and what the wind conditions are like today. You're looking at tomorrow and you're looking at Sunday as well. What's the rest of the weekend looking like?
Tomorrow also not great. The wind is turning. I think it's northeasterly wind. It's not going to be great tomorrow. Sunday, great for kite surfing. Any wind sport Sunday is going to be good.
Yeah.
We're having good wind coming. So for downwinding, for windsurfing, kite surfing, Sunday is a good day.
You were saying to me earlier on that the tide plays such a major role.
Yes.
When is it high tide and when is it low tide? When can we expect to see that?
So this morning, low tide is 12 minutes past 8.
Okay.
So we're quite close to low tide now, as you can see.
Yeah.
That's generally a better time to surf.
Okay.
As the tide comes higher, specifically here in Big Bay, it becomes a lot more messy. It's not as great.
Yeah.
The high tide today, I think, is 23 minutes past 2.
Yeah. Well, obviously, this goes out to so many people out there who are watching who might not have even done any kite surfing or any surfing of any nature whatsoever. And I was sitting there and wondering, like I was earlier on, it sounds very fascinating. How do you get in? When is it best to start? How do you even start? How do you get into the system?
Today would be a great day to get onto a board if you want to do something like stand-up paddling or surfing. If you want to get into the wind sport, you need wind. So Sunday would be a good day to get a lesson at least. I would recommend a lesson always, especially with kite surfing, because it can be Dangerous.
Quite dangerous. Well, we hope everybody keeps safe out there. It seems like a very decent day out here in Blobergstrand to come out, surf, or even kite surfing. Adrian van Berg, thank you so much for your time.
Nice
and if
to
you
meet
are, thank you, so nice to meet you as well. If you're thinking of starting, today's probably the day. Are you going to teach me? Are you going to get me started?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Cheers.
Let's go do it.
Oh, it looks amazing.
It really does look amazing, but please, now that you've said you're going to do it, I want to see Tobiso on a stand-up paddleboard in the next segment, in the next crossing, please. We're going to take a quick break. I don't know how I feel about this. The Angry Birds movie 2, the second one, is at the top of the local box office. What's going
so
on?
shocking?
Did you try to hold my hand?
I
Just to be
did,
like, oh,
because I
we
just
can
wanted to
get
offer
through
you
this.
some, you know,
We can get through this.
support.
Clearly, it's school holidays. Now we're going to get back into movies with Mr. JP Sebastian and also track some new movies that are going to be hitting the big screen.
See the world on your doorstep with SA Tourism. Short Left and Travel Start's week of awesomely affordable packages to destinations around South Africa. From September 23rd to 29th on travelstar.co.za, the country, ocean, cities and hidden gems are all in reach with super discounted flights and accommodation. No visas, no stopovers or foreign exchange. Just glorious South African getaways you can experience this Heritage Month for Travel Week.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is almost 8:15, but we've still got a lot to get through. We're going to have a bit of fun now. Going back to the big screen, finding out who is at the top of the local box office. I don't know if this is surprising. I'll ask JP after this, but you take a look for yourself.
Last weekend, put Brad against the Birds and Stallone got stabby on Downton Abbey. How'd they do in your top 5? 3 weeks in and 3 spots down with the clown, It Chapter 2 is 5th. There's no uproar in 4 as The Lion King stays put another week. So does The Jungle's Bundle of Joy in her 2nd week. Dora and the Lost City of Gold stays 3rd. High heels and high stakes in high places, but Hustlers slips 1 spot to 2nd in week 2. And because South Africans flock to the cuckoo comedy, The Angry Birds Movie 2 opening 1st.
So clearly they haven't processed their anger. They are still angry birds, and they're at the top of the box office. Should this surprise me? Because it does seem to surprise me. Wow.
Greatest movie ever made.
Really?
Citizen Kane, Dr. Zhivago, nothing. Schindler's List, Angry Birds 2.
And not the first one, the second one.
No, forget the first one, but absolutely.
2 is absolute gold. I'm guessing because it's school holidays. No, all due respect.
Actually, it was lots of fun.
Okay, well, there we go. And I see you are really magnanimous with your appreciation of movies. So now we're going to get into some new releases heading our way. Teen Spirit.
Teen Spirit stars Elle Fanning, and we've had like is the word a dearth? I don't know, whatever. A chorus of musical biographies. This isn't a true life biography.
Okay.
Sure, use plethora if you like. Since A Star Is Born, then we had Bohemian Rhapsody, then we had Rocket Man, then we had Yesterday, then we had Blinded by the Light. It's weird that I think it was A Star Is Born that like set this sort of trend going, but this one stars Elle Fanning, and she's this young lady in a bit of a backwater dorp of somewhere in the UK. I mean, who knows what the UK is going to be in the next couple of days anyway. And she enters a music competition where she's got the natural, just the inborn talent, but
the X Factor.
Doesn't have the packaging and the glamour of television like these two idiots are watching. What's really seems quite sweet about it, and especially given all those movies that I mentioned now, where there's like drug overdosing and alcoholism and travails and trials. This like actually just seems like, if you remember stuff like Center Stage, just a teenage girl like trying to reach the dream, and nothing sort of cataclysmic happens. And what's especially special about it, I haven't seen it myself, but the little bits that I have heard, it's all Elle Fanning doing the singing, and she seems to do really, really well. She's got a very natural voice. Sort of reminds me of, I don't know, Cat Power or Patti Smith or something like that. But
Triple threat, cool.
She's doing songs by famous people like Tegan and Sarah, Ellie Goulding, and other names that I don't know because I don't listen to the radio. But I think there's a lot of like pop songs that you'll recognize, so probably a lot that you can sing along to.
And is it set in a contemporary?
It is. And like I said, might be a bit of a breath of fresh air, since a lot of these biographical movies have been so heavy and emotionally like charged.
They've almost got to have
some clincher. That's
for me, A Star Is Born fell short because they tried to include that in a way that the narrative didn't really
from like too many angles.
Yeah, it didn't build up to it.
Now this looks like straight down the line. It looks really predictable,
teen movie?
But in a pretty way.
Teen movie for teens? Do you think?
No. I think that it's across the board. It looks like it's not just sort of like appealing to some basic sort of rom-com or romantic sort of triangle type stuff or whatever. It looks really beautifully filmed as well. Don't think it's going to knock your socks off, or might end up being forgettable, but might be worth it if you're into some of the songs that I mentioned, and there are a bunch of other artists included, maybe 20 in total.
Okay, I love it. Ready or Not. This looks devious and looks fun.
It is indeed,
it's pretty
and
cool.
It looks super violent. I haven't seen it. And though the trailer doesn't put this across, it does have a comedic bent to it. I think if you like stuff like, and obviously it's not entirely comedy what I'm mentioning now, but like Kill Bill, where there's a lot of kinetic fight scenes and people put into sort of like really difficult situations and having to surmount those odds. If you like, say, Battle Royale or Saw, even, whatever. Maybe not to the extent of Saw.
Saw
because this at least still has some sort of story to it. Samara Weaving, who is Australian, plays a bride-to-be. In fact, she just gets married at this mansion of these super rich people who have an empire in making board games. I suppose like the Moulton Brothers or whatever the name is. And so you've got the 1% class, and they have a knack for designing games where people get trapped and people have to be hunted down and stuff like that. Anyway, I could just give away the story. No, it's not a spoiler, but
something like this needs a bit of dark humor if you're going to, otherwise it's just a flat-out horror. But you do need a bit of dark comedy.
If you're going to try and talk metaphorically about things, but I think it is also just it's like sport killing. I don't think it's necessarily too intellectual, which isn't a bad thing. Sometimes you do just want action.
That's a big X.
And action. I see what you did. I'm very sorry that you did that.
But Andy McDowell, Adam Brody,
Andy McDowell is back. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Some big names.
It's like I said, I don't think you're going to be like all synapses firing like simultaneously, but it does look like it's just kinetic, driving, fun, stupid, dumb action. And I mean that in like an affectionate way.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing them myself.
I have a feeling that our kind of the heroine in the story is going to rise to the occasion as well. So that looks awesome. Ready or Not, something to look out for. It's been smashing me all over social media as well. So they're obviously really driving it in our neck of the woods. JP Sebastian,
maybe
love you, dude. Thank you so much.
Action-packed enough, maybe.
I can do with a little bit more action. One thing, our kitchen doesn't need more action because our bread turned out amazingly. Well done, Leanne.
Stick to baking, Graham.
Well done.
We were amazing, yes. But something even more amazing is that from Cook Sisters and Bunny Chow to Cape Malay tomato bready and cream spinach, we reflect on and celebrate the beauty of our Rainbow Nation this Heritage Month through an assortment of options. Heritage Month is a good time as any to explore our country's rich culinary roots, and Tabiso did just that at Mr. Gwedge's Heritage Lunch with Sasco.
Sasco, baking together since 1930.
Every single year, South Africans set aside time to celebrate Heritage Day or Heritage Month. We do this in our own special and unique way by celebrating the diversity of our people in this beautiful country of ours. So we do this in different ways, whether we are putting together the wood or preparing the shisanyama. Today, we've decided with Sasco to come out and break bread with Mr. Gwej. Come with me, we've brought our appetites. I'm hungry. Temba Gwejela made it big as the owner of a marketing agency, but where his heart really lay was in cooking. When he picked up on the social media demand for dishes he made for himself, he saw a gap for Mr. Gwej's kitchen and his own welcoming style of home cooking. Temba, you blow my mind all the time. How did you come up with the idea of hosting a Heritage Day-inspired lunch with Sasco?
Well, Tabiso, Sasco and I have been collaborating for a while. I think the idea around heritage is really we always so focused on our differences rather than what brings us all together. Food has always been, I think, for me, more than the act of actually consuming it or eating it. If you think about growing up in any household, the gathering around the table is really about sharing our experiences. It's always been the one thing that brings people together. And obviously, I'm somebody who's really passionate about food.
Why is it so important for Sasco to celebrate Heritage Day in this way through food and connections that we've seen today?
Well, Sasco is a brand that's been milling and baking since 1930, so it's been a really long time. And we celebrate food, we celebrate fun, and today is about Heritage Day, it's about Heritage Weekend, and it's so lovely to come together, different cultures, different diversities, and a menu that represents the different cultures and diversities as well. And what's really great about today is that there's always those recipes in families that are passed on from generation to generation, and those are the recipes that form the heart of our heritage.
Celebrate the heritage yethu. It's very important for us to celebrate our heritage, hence I said it in ngesiXhosa eqaleni, because this is who we are, this is what we are about, this is what our ancestors and forefathers fought for, and
it's who we are, it's what we represent. So I don't think we should have just one day that we say it's our Heritage Day. Our heritage is who we are, it's Ubuntu, it's our humanity, how we relate to each other as Abantu. So I feel like we should have this heritage every day.
I think food plays an important role in every society, and particularly bringing people together. And I think it's great that during Heritage Day, we can display the different foods from the different cultures and different languages and traditions within our society. My favorite dish here today has definitely been the lamb curry. It's been absolutely amazing. It wasn't too strong curry-wise.
The Cape Malay tomato brie was amazing, and then the lamb curry as well, and the steamed bread. You see everything. I can go on.
Oh, when that bunny chow arrived, I knew that it was game on, and I took the first bite and I was in heaven. My taste buds were not coping with it. And the bunny chow for me was the ultimate standout factor for the entire experience. Today's been absolutely fantastic, seeing everyone come together to celebrate our diversity through food, and Sasco powering this experience has been one for the books. The food that we had today really brought us together, and we had such fantastic stories to share amongst each other, but such great laughs at the same time as well. And that, for me, was the ultimate way to spend a Heritage Day lunch.
At Sasco, we absolutely celebrate food, and we celebrate our country and the different diversities and the rich cultures that exist. And how better than to sit around a table and share different meals that represent those cultures and diversities. And that's why we got involved with Mr. Gwej today.
We are such an incredibly diverse nation, and to try and list all the different types of foods that South Africa has to offer, we'd have to spend a fortnight trying to get through that. But today was the perfect start, meeting such wonderful people, having laughs and connecting through the one thing that South Africans love. Food was the ultimate start. Next time you come here to Gwej's Kitchen with Sasco, come hungry, bring your appetite.
Sasco, baking together since 1930.
Sure, Tabisa really does get some cool gigs, huh?
Yeah.
Just eating all the time.
All the tasting, and he tastes with such relish. No, thank you so much for that beautiful expression of heritage. Everyone kind of got up to something on Heritage Day, even if you were just chilling out. So we're asking you guys on social media what you got up to on your Heritage Day. For myself, being a bride day, I bride. We actually had a fish braai, which was really cool.
Oh, that was so cool.
Some tilapia.
Did you
really cool.
braai snook?
No, just tilapia.
Oh, tilapia.
Tilapia, which is a nice white meaty fish, like they say a nice entry-level fish.
Do you make a nice little marinade for it?
We put tons of herbs and lemon and everything, wrapped it in foil. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah. And you?
Nothing. I was working. Anyway, it's not about me. It's about what you did on Heritage Day. So let us know. We would love to hear what you ate, what you made, what you wore, all the good
you were
things.
with. Who
exactly.
You were with.
Exactly.
My name is Pesi Khivazi. I'm a TV presenter. You might recognize me from Selimatunzi. To join me on the island to find fame and fortune, all you have to do is go buy yourself a bottle of Tropica and follow all the entry details. Take a video of yourself explaining why you would be my ideal partner. All you have to do is hashtag TIOT9 and upload that on all of your social media platforms. Join me on the island and come find your smooth fame and fortune on Tropica Island of Treasure, Carousel.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back as we prepare for an extra special culinary hotline. Bling, ting, ting, ting. We're going beachside for some beautiful delicacies and a bit of a cupcake making masterclass with Tabiso in just a moment. But let's get back into those news headlines one last time.
Thank you so much, G-Man. In the national news this morning, banking union SASPO has been interdicted from proceeding with what would have been the biggest banking strike in 99 years. A ruling to this effect was handed down by the Labour Court in Bromfontein yesterday morning. As the country continues to celebrate the success of the Ndlovu Youth Choir on America's Got Talent, the choir yesterday said that it has been offered a recording deal by music mogul Simon Cowell. Choir director Ralph Schmidt did not confirm if it was accepted. On the international front, the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, who is presently in Botswana, is expected in Malawi on Sunday for his official visit to the warm heart of Africa, where he will perform a number of official duties and meet with President Peter Mutharika. A majority of the U.S. House of Representatives now supports either an impeachment inquiry or the impeachment of President Donald Trump. A simple majority vote is required to impeach an American president. And finally, at first glance, the image appears to be a moment of cruelty captured on film, with two men removing the horn of a rhino as shards of the material go flying. But the picture, by 19-year-old South African Kaugelo Neville Ngomane, reflects attempts to save the rhino population in the Kruger National Park from poachers. This striking shot, taken during an operation by the group Rhino Revolution to dehorn 5 of the animals in a nearby private reserve, has won Ngomane Ngumane the Young Environmental Photographer of the Year award, a prize awarded by the International Chartered Institute of Water and Environmental Management. Ngumane says that it wasn't easy to watch such an iconic animal being dehorned, but that he hopes the picture will make more people support conservation. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Here's the final look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
Just quickly touching on those headlines one last time. Obviously a very heavy rugby focus at the moment. Returning to yesterday's action in the World Cup, England made it to 2 wins from 2 matches in their Rugby World Cup campaign after beating the USA 45-7 at the Noavir Stadium yesterday. Then Italy also claimed their second win of the Rugby World Cup. That was after a very convincing 48-7 bonus point win over Canada in Fukuoka early yesterday morning to top Pool B. Bringing it back home for football, Northwest University claimed a 1-0 win over Tshwane University of Technology to be crowned the 2019 Varsity Diski champions. That was after a pretty hard-fought final in Mafeking last night. And then throwing forward to the weekend's rugby action, lots on the way. I think the pick of our World Cup fixtures probably has to be South Africa up against our neighbours Namibia at the City of Toyota Stadium. That one kicking off at 11:45 tomorrow afternoon. And that's a wrap of your sport for now.
Let's take a final look at what's happening on our roads this morning, kicking it off with Gauteng at Polshof. In Polshof, there's been an accident on the N1 southbound. This is after the William Nicol exit. There's also one further back just after the Malibongwe exit. Heavy delays can be expected, so please use an alternative route this morning. Then taking a look at Dunoon, this is in the Western Cape. On Potsdam Road, there is protest action between Plattekloof Road and Coburg Road. Heavy congestion can be expected via Richwood, so please use or rather avoid this area if possible this morning. And then finally taking a look at our train lines. On the Northern Line, there are delays of 30 to 40 minutes on the Wellington line due to TFR signalling restrictions between Kraaifontein and Stikland, signal line working between Brackenfell and Bellville, and infrastructure problems in various areas. So if those routes do affect you, please try and make some alternative arrangements. But let's take a final look at what's happening with the weather. So we've asked you to send in those sunrise pictures, and we want to say a big thank you to Geraldine Flatwell for your sunrise from Red Hill in KZN, and also thank you to Mark Nelson for your sunrise picture from Mkomaz, and then Drini Vermaak for your sunrise picture from Scottsburg, and Kevin Keith for your sunrise from St. Helena Bay, as well as Ntokozo Makatini for your sunrise from Johannesburg, and then very lastly, VJ Moodley for your sunrise all the way from Durban. Let's take a look at those temperatures around the country. Polokwane, you're looking at a low of 7, rising to 25. Mbombela, 8, 25. Pretoria, 9, 28. Plenty of sunshine for Johannesburg with a low of 8 rising to 26. Mahikeng 9 rising to 32. Clear skies for Klerksdorp 7 reaching 28. Kimberley 9 28. The lowest temperature in the country is for Bloemfontein with a low of 5 rising to 27. Richards Bay 13 25. Some high humidity for Pietermaritzburg with a low of 10 reaching 30 degrees. Durban 15 rising to 24. High humidity for Mthatha with a low of 9 reaching 32. East London 16 reaching 30. Cradock 8 rising to 33. Port Elizabeth 16 reaching 31 degrees. George 14 rising to 30 degrees. A southwesterly wind of 16 kilometers per hour can be expected for Sutherland with a low of 10 rising to 26. Cape Town 15 rising to 27 degrees. The highest temperature in the country today is for Worcester with a low of 12 rising to 34. And then a northeasterly wind of 26 kilometers per hour is expected for Springbok with a low of 12 rising to 31. And finally, Uppington 14 reaching 30 degrees. Well, some warm and beautiful weather all across the country this weekend. I hope that you have a brilliant one, and remember, always wear sunscreen.
Some famous names, Brendan Paper, Lazan Lazarus, Anga Makabulo, and Bonga Ndima, just some of the past Tropica Island of Treasure winners who have grown their personal brands, we know that, and professional profiles by competing on this incredible show. So maybe you're dreaming of a career in radio or maybe in TV, of winning your share of 1 million rand. What a grand prize. Well, your wish of smooth fame and fortune could come true, but you've got to enter Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao. All you need to do is record your audition video of yourself, obviously, describing how you would outsmooth your competitors on the island. Then tell us why you deserve a spot on the island and on which hashtag TIOT9 celebrities team you would like to be on.
Yeah, that's right. All you have to do is WhatsApp your audition video to 063 921 8395. And it could be you winning smooth fame and fortune and a shared 1 million rand grand prize. T's and C's and more information can be found on tropica.co.za.
What do you think, Pat? Huh?
There's nothing smoother than winning when you buy Tropica. To enter for Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao, buy any size and your favorite flavor of Tropica in fresh or long life. Find the unique code behind the label or the sticker. Then follow the entry details on the pack and you could win daily prizes of airtime, cash, LG Q60 smartphones, 55-inch LG UHD smart artificial intelligence digital TVs, steam dishwashers, Caribbean tan hampers, or guest watches. That's more than 100,000 prizes. Now, for your chance at competing in Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao, record a video audition of yourself describing how you would outsmooth your competition on the island. Then load that video onto Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook with hashtag TIOT9 or WhatsApp the video to 063 921 8395. And it could be you winning a share of 1 million rand plus smooth fame and fortune while flying with KLM to the Caribbean for this season of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao.
Making an occasion out of a meal. The perfect atmosphere, even a show-stopping ensemble, is the level of taste that makes someone a taste master. That's SA's newest reality show on SABC3, where one individual will become the resident foodie on Afternoon Express. Record yourself preparing a dish. Tell us why you're a taste master and upload it onto Twitter or Instagram using the hashtag TheTasteMasterSA. You could be the Taste Master.
Welcome back as we fly into the final hour of the show, final hour of the week as well. It's been a stellar week, so we're going to continue on that trend right now and take you into an extra special culinary hotline. Bling! Ting, ting, ting. Tabisa was standing by with two cupcake aficionados as we take you through a cupcake making masterclass on National Cupcake Day.
Call us on your cell phone. Culinary hotline bling. That can only mean
From a beach workout to a surf report, from a surf report to the kitchen. Good morning and welcome to the culinary hotline bling. Sing, sing, sing. Well, you know what they say. A balanced diet is a cupcake in each hand. And you know us South Africans will use any excuse to eat a cupcake. We won't hold back. And with tomorrow being National Cupcake Day, we thought to come into the home of none other than the cupcake queen herself. Yeah. Pastry chef Angie Herman. We're at her house in your kitchen. Angie, so good to be here.
I'm so excited that you are here.
So
welcome.
This is where you make all of this cupcake magic.
I do.
Yes. Wow, wonderful. Well, look at all of these gorgeous cupcakes. Let's start with the base of the cupcakes, the butter, right? Angie, how do you make an easy cupcake batter? Because I know a lot of people really get it wrong. And now Fafita over here has messed up many a cupcake. So please teach this lady how to make a cupcake.
I will certainly try. Okay, the key is we're going to use something called a pound cake or Madeira cake base. That's your sort of foolproof batter. So, and now what she's doing now, we've got some softened butter. And the trick is to have softened butter.
Softened butter.
So you want to be able to squash your finger into it like that.
Okay.
Okay, very soft. And then the caster sugar is in there. So equal quantities of butter and caster sugar. It's whipping up until it is light and fluffy. It's got to look almost like whipped cream.
Okay. That's the whole idea behind this.
Okay. And this is critical that you get it to this phase. Then we add the eggs one at a time. And what you'll notice is that it's equal quantities of egg as well, because this will add up to 180 grams, which is what we've got.
So I'm gathering cupcakes are very technical. The measurements of everything have got to be to the T. You can't mess that up.
You cannot mess it up.
If you want this recipe sent through to you, we can send it to you. And we will send it to you if you send us an SMS with the word bake to 33728, SMS bake to 33728, and we'll send you an SMS with a link to the recipe.
Okay. So while Anel's going, and she's going, which is fantastic. She doesn't need a
I'll give you
workout.
guys some space.
This is her workout.
Yeah.
You had yours on the beach, she's having hers here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to count for anything after I'm done eating all of these cupcakes, let's be honest.
So do you add it spoon by spoon, Angie? Right, so we're going to add it, normally I would add it sort of half and then half. I'm just going to make sure that you can mix it all with going all over the kitchen.
Okay, let me carry on with
so
that.
half and half, and then you'll see that the
wow.
And then
my arm.
as you can help. Oh, you found I'm so impressed with
Are
you.
you battling there?
Okay, I need some moisture in here. What? I need some.
So then we're going to add a little bit of milk.
Okay.
And we add enough milk to get it to a soft drop consistency.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for. And you can see that the early stages are the most critical. I'm just going to grab this for you.
Well, the key word is cake, not bake. Don't SMS bake. You won't get anything, actually. We're so lost in this mixing. It's actually cake. SMS cake to 33728. That's cake to 33728. So while all of that mixing is going on, what is the next step?
Right, this is it. It is now done. That's why it's such a wonderful recipe. This it's equal quantities of butter, sugar, eggs, and flour.
And then that's it. Your mixing is done. Okay, so the mixing part seems easy enough.
It's
I think
so
we can
easy.
make it. But are there any tips for baking cupcakes now when it comes to the baking part?
Right, so the tips is, and you're going to try out one yourself, and then I'll show you, see if you got it right.
Up for the
so
challenge.
we're going to fill, I find it's easier to use a piping bag.
Okay, don't put this anywhere near Cat because he gets this.
Or near you, I think.
Or near me, but more not near Cat because he doesn't get it right often.
Right. Shame, poor old cat. Okay, so we pipe it until it's 3/4 full. And it's very important that you do that. If it's too full, it's just going to explode and go over.
Okay.
So would you like
Try
to
it,
go?
Chelsea. Try
So
it.
you'll hold it like that.
And then straight down, go a little bit closer.
Yeah. 3/4 in. Voila.
Perfect. That's wonderful.
Done much better
Luckily, it all sinks down.
Any of the guys in the studio wouldn't have been able to do this. No, they're judging me right now, but they can't.
No judging allowed.
And then when you put it in the
oven, where in the oven do you put it? Like half in the middle?
I find if it's a thermofan, you're lucky you can use both levels because the air goes all over.
Yes.
But in a standard oven, in the center.
Okay.
180 in a standard oven, 170, 165 in a fan oven.
Okay.
I prefer the fan oven. I find it gets a better bake.
Yeah. But temperature is very important when it comes to cupcakes because you don't want to burn them.
No.
You don't want to burn
And you
anything
don't
when
want
you
them to
make
be
them.
undercooked either because then they're
That's the thing,
stodgy and
because-
pale.
Yes, that's it. Okay.
And then when a cupcake has got that little mountain, what did you do wrong? Like they come out like a mountain.
They look like
Yeah.
muffins or muffin tops. Muffin tops.
Basically,
Well, that's from over mixing after you've added the flour. So the early stages you can mix to your heart's content.
Okay.
Once you've added that flour, you need to move it in quite quickly.
Okay.
Because otherwise you've got too much gluten, and that's why it domes
that's
up
why it
almost like a
rises
bread.
like that.
Yes.
Okay.
And then when it goes completely flat, like mine normally does, like I can get them out of the oven, like, oh my gosh, they're all flat. What did I do
So
wrong?
often that would be either too much baking powder in the mixture, so they've risen up and then gone and collapsed in on themselves.
Yeah.
Or you've opened the oven at some point and
Yeah.
the air's rushed out and now there's not enough heat to keep them rising.
Angie, I have seen, I don't know how many times, been to an event and had a dry cupcake. What
Yeah.
causes that? Is it because there's too much air conditioning in the room? What's the story with that?
It could very well be.
It's like, take this cupcake and it's like, what am I having here? Am I actually having a guinya or am I having a cupcake? You know what I mean?
Again, probably overmixed, overbaked possibly. Maybe they've even made them too far in advance and now they've just gone stale.
Ah,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
And what other flavors can you put in a cupcake? Because this is vanilla.
Yeah.
See, I love vanilla.
Oh, wow.
You can go chocolate. So if you're going to go chocolate, you would take out of the recipe some of the flour. Let's say you take out 2 tablespoons of the flour, replace it back with 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder.
Okay.
And that makes a very simple, basic chocolate.
And you get flavor. You get flavor. You want to get flavor? You want to get the recipe? SMS cake to 33728. That's our keyword for this extravaganza of cupcakes that we're making here with Angie and Anel. More Angie than Anel. Shame you. Anel helping out. She's learning. You got that? Full marks for outfit. You look like a cupcake today.
She
Full
is a
marks. You are a cupcake today. But SMS cake to 33728 and we'll send you an SMS with a link to the recipe. And a little bit later on, we're going to be exploring more about the world of cupcakes. Of course, this is because tomorrow is National Cupcake Day. You want to make sure that you are part of all the action and that you get your family involved and you prepare a treat for your loved ones.
Oh, those look absolutely divine. Please, Uncle Tabsy, bring us some. Be a friend. Anyways, I bet that in 5 or 10 or maybe even 20 years from now, when there's a documentary being made on some extraordinary performing artist, their journey is going to be traced back to the Mac Shine On competition of 2019, when the Stageworks Performing Arts School composer Adam Howard and the Mac brand decided to join forces and shine a light on undiscovered South African talent. They set an awesome series of events into motion.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine.
What an amazing journey it's been with the Mac Shine On project that has inspired so many people out there and enabled so many dreams to come true. But now it's time to look back at how it all started. And Liesel, I'm going to kick off with you and take us back to when the Mac project was birthed. What inspired it?
Adam has been doing the music on our brand for about 3 years now, and Adam was telling me about the Born to Perform program that he's involved in and some of the inspiring stories that come along with it of the kids involved, and we thought what a perfect mix that was, or a perfect fit with the brand, and how amazing it would be to share some of these stories with South Africa, in the hopes that we could bring some positivity, hopefully inspire other people who might have similar dreams and aspirations.
And what exactly were you hoping to achieve through this campaign?
Well, there were so many angles to the campaign, and it kind of evolved as we went along. We took the opportunity to shine a spotlight on some of the amazing talents that have come through Gemma's school at Stageworks. And then we thought, well, wouldn't it be amazing if we could, through this process find a hidden talent that's out there that maybe hasn't known where to go or what steps they could take to develop their talent. So we added on a kind of a talent search leg, if you like. We couldn't be happier with the outcome of that project. We were just discussing what an amazing find Sinatemba was and how happy we are and humbled to be able to give him this opportunity.
It is said that teachers like Jenna Marinas influence infinity because you never know where infinity will end.
Gemma, you work with talent all the time at Stageworks. Why would you say this was such a necessary initiative by MAC and Stageworks?
I think there's so much talent in South Africa that goes unrecognised. So a lot of our young people, in their lives, they feel like they're in it alone. So the stuff that they're going through and their journeys and trying to figure out where they're going to go, especially in the world of the arts, and to hear success stories of other young people that have been through similar experiences that have then gone through that and made a success out of the industry.
And what was it about Sinatemba that made him stand out and become the ultimate winner of this project?
For me, it started right from the very beginning. He created his own version of this little art of mine that he recorded himself. Then on top of that, when we went to the next stage, which was selecting the shortlisted candidates, it's all about communication at that point, and he was always the first person to respond to the information, to get the information back in that we needed. And that's a really good sign because that shows someone that is dedicated and committed and passionate. It was positive signs from very early on that that was going to be the case with Sinatemba, and he's followed that right the way through to the end by arriving at rehearsals on time, being prepared every time that he's come into the studio and really given his all.
It's incredible what came from one conversation about young talent between Liesl Bygate and music composer Adam Howard.
What made this campaign that extra special? What made it that different?
I know Stageworks is one of the best musical theatre schools in the country. And then through the Born to Perform platform, our last event was last year at the Lyric Theatre, and it was called Shine. The penny just dropped. I said, I have to mention this to Liesl at least. Even though she's my client, I'd like to just mention, listen, I think I've got a really good partnership here. And it was, I think, a very, very quick conversation where it was an amazing alignment for both of us, giving not just the school a light to shine on, but all these different stories of these amazing students that have overcome so much personal tragedy in their lives and so many obstacles in their lives, different scenarios, and musical theatre has helped them. It's made them feel part of a community. It's made them feel loved. It's actually had people really save their lives.
I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. I'm gonna let it shine.
We very quickly realized that there was much more to it than simply sponsoring a show. There were so many amazing, inspiring stories that were so worth sharing. It grew from there, and then, just the idea of, we were saying we wish we could do this for more people. So we decided to try the competition element, and we just couldn't be more delighted with the outcome. It's about what you have to offer the world, and everybody has a gift to offer the world, and that's, I guess, the main message of the Shine On project, is to have that confidence to let your light shine.
Sinatemba won a scholarship to study at Stageworks. What do you think this means for his career?
Look, I think it's incredible for his career. The great thing about him is he does have all the raw natural talent. So what needs to happen over the next year is that talent just needs to be honed. So little things like he just needs to learn how to use his voice so that if he does one day get in a show where he has to perform 8 performances a week, he knows how to control his voice, to be able to protect his voice, to be able to do that. And I think giving him an innate understanding of how the industry works and his expectations within that industry as well are all the things that he's going to be going through next year and learning.
Guys, in conclusion, I just want to ask each and every one of you, what have you taken out from the MAC Shine On project personally?
There's some really amazing stories out there of people that have overcome huge obstacles in their lives to achieve success. And it's really worth sharing those stories. We tend to have a lot of bad news in our country, but there is such a lot of inspiration out there, and I think we would do well to share that more.
It's just been a real team effort, and we've actually achieved more than what we thought would happen, and that's it's just been commitment from all sides. It's been a win-win-win-win situation.
For a brand to be able to go, you know what, we see this, we see what you're doing, and let's see if we can do this for someone else, I think is absolutely amazing. And if there's more people out there in the world that could just take that leap and do that, there's more kids that we can help follow, help them follow their passion and their dreams.
Mac is delighted and humbled to have been involved with these amazing people through this journey, some of whom have overcome great personal challenge on their way to achieving their success. We would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all of them and wish them every success for their future. Shine on, guys.
I think that this is such a great initiative from Mac and Stageworks because it's really given the opportunity to a young up-and-coming entertainer who otherwise wouldn't have had the opportunity to get what he got from this campaign. And although there was only one ultimate winner, I think aspiring performers throughout the country have really been inspired through this campaign. I think the key message from this campaign is that no matter where you come from, your dreams are valid. Through hard work, through courage, through dedication, and most importantly, through trying and passion, you can achieve your wildest dream.
So let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Mac works really hard on tough stains, so you don't have to worry.
Oh, Steve, didn't you say love always leaves a mark?
But it does. And yet, let the real you shine through.
Well, I can tell you who let it shine at the Oktoberfest. The Springbok Sevens players, of course, proudly led by Branko de Preer. Welcome back, my brother. Can we get a resounding cheer for the winners of the Oktoberfest Sevens tournament? We're going to be getting into that and what lies ahead for what I think must be a season when the Blitzboks are feared. It's going to be a bumper season, but of course, off to a flying start. We'll chat Sevens rugby in just a moment.
See the world on your doorstep with SA Tourism. Short left and travel starts week of awesomely affordable packages to destinations around South Africa. From September 23rd to 29th on travelstar.co.za, the country, ocean, cities and hidden gems are all in reach with super discounted flights and accommodation. No visas, no stopovers or foreign exchange. Just glorious South African getaways you can experience this Heritage Month for Travel Week. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. It's a gorgeous Friday. And of course, we are heading back to Tabiso with a culinary hotline bling, ting, 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 as we look forward to National Cupcake Day tomorrow. And they are making all things sweet and yummy.
Call us on your cell phone. Culinary hotline bling. That can only mean one thing.
Welcome back to it. It is the Culinary Hotline Bling. Sing, sing, sing. Right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We've taken it to the road. We've headed out to Blowbrek, to Angie's kitchen, where all the cupcakes and all the delights get made. And we're loving all the social media comments that have been coming through. Thank you so much for connecting with us on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3. Just to go through some of the comments and the love that has come through here. Shireen Abrams says, morning, Anel, Angie, and Tabiso. We love Shireen. My daughter loves cupcakes. What is the difference between queen cakes and cupcakes? Have a great day and an awesome weekend. I love the Culinary Hotline Bling. Hope to meet Anel one day. Love her. Someone's got a crush on you, Anel. Culinary crush. So what is the difference between a queen cake and a cupcake?
I think it's about similar. You said your grand called it cupcake.
My mom, yeah.
Your mom.
My mom used to make these, what I thought were muffins, but they were so much softer than the usual muffins. So they were softer, almost the same softness and composition as a cupcake. They didn't have all the goedes on top, and so we just call them queen cake.
So
sometimes they had like a little bit of chocolate inside, or like a little bit of raisins. Yeah.
So I think it's about the same thing because it's also made from sugar, flour, butter, the same type of recipe.
Yeah.
And then they just flavor it. So I think it's without the icing. You're correct. Cupcakes are filled with lots of icing. So it's something more simpler.
Yeah. Okay, fantastic. Well, Angie's going to be showing us how to make those really easy to make cupcakes this morning. But before we do that, Angie, someone also asked on social media what it is exactly that you do, what other occasions you make these delights for. What exactly, where do you make these great things?
Well, I make everything here in my kitchen. So I'm called Baked by Angie, which just means I bake whatever you want me to bake.
Yeah.
So mostly custom cakes, you know, sort of designer style cakes. Birthday parties.
Weddings.
Not weddings.
Ooh, not weddings.
I used to make for weddings, but that's a very different story.
Too much stress.
So, yeah.
A bride is a nightmare.
Oh, bridezillas. I've had a few of those.
Yeah.
So, no, sort of, you know, christenings, baby showers, that sort of thing. Anything that's really nice and look. And then because you can never have too much cake, I also do anything you want. So cupcakes, tarts. I love making tarts.
Oh,
That's my thing.
stunning.
Yeah.
Well, go check her out. She really is the queen of pastry. It is bakedbyangie.co.za. So visit that website, bakedbyangie.co.za. So now you're showing us how to make those easy cupcakes. What are we doing?
Yeah, so I thought because, you know, not everyone wants to make the whole butter icing, but this is stuff that you can sort of find in your cupboard, find in your fridge.
Okay.
So Anel's going to start with one that I love. Anel loves it as well.
Okay.
Which is the caramel. So it's your cooked condensed milk caramel that you can either buy or make yourself.
All right.
Peppermint crisp, because everyone loves peppermint crisp.
Yeah, everyone does, yeah.
This is kind of our South African vibes going on. So we can, and what Anel's doing is making a groot gaatjie.
The Kimberly hole of a cupcake.
It's like, is there going to be cupcake in this?
I'm concerned, actually.
And now I'm just going to add loads of caramel because I love caramel. And I eat caramel scallop at home. My husband, I hide it underneath my bed normally when I buy a tin.
No, now he knows.
Okay. So we're going to add more. Can I add as much as I like?
A whole bowl if you feel like
it,
honestly.
Yeah.
And then we're going to just sprinkle some of this delicious peppermint chocolate over it.
Is there an art to how pretty you must make a cupcake, or can you really go wild depending on the look you're aiming for?
I think, you know, if it's a really fancy occasion, then yes, you want to do the whole piped version, which is very, but not everyone can pipe. So this is a way to make, look how stunning that looks. To make a delicious cupcake without having to have the skills necessarily.
Okay, so if you were doing it with your kids, for example, and getting them interacting with it. Okay, you're going to make a raspberry one, Angie. What is the formula here?
Again,
what do you do?
So I like to make a gaatjie, but I'm going to make a very dainty one.
Okay, a modest one. And Anel, Mescat, take some notes, please.
And then we fill it with some just raspberry jam or any jam that you've got in the fridge or the cupboard.
Okay.
And then you can put as much as you like in there. And then I've got some cream cheese, which we've just whipped up with some cream. So it's cream and cream cheese, and you just whip it until it's nice and fluffy. Add a little sugar towards the end. And then we're going to use this as the icing. So you can plonk it on.
Not piping it, you're just plonking it.
And I think the idea is that you don't always want, and then you can just use a butter knife, because not everyone has all the fancy tools.
This is fantastic, because it doesn't matter who you are, you probably will have many of these tools in your home. So you'll have a butter knife at home that you can use, because people don't know how to make the piping thing. You know? What's it called?
And then you just put, well, it's a piped swirl, really.
Yeah, people don't have that.
There you go. So easy. You can add some nice fresh fruit, because fresh berries are coming into season now. And now you are going to make...
I'm going to make a Nutella one, right?
I've got a tool for you.
You know what? No one warned me I was going to moonlight working in the mines, hey?
Don't burn the house down.
Yeah, please. Have you got insurance? Please tell me you do. And it's updated. Did the debit order go off this morning? Okay, so I'm also making a little congee.
A huge one again.
Are you also making a huge congee?
Not as huge as your one. Yours was the Kimberly hole. Mine... you know, everybody loves it.
So that's a bit of chocolate spread.
You've got that there, and then you're getting it in there. You use your fingers. You get in there. Don't
Then you
stop.
can lick your fingers off.
Then that's what you want, really.
Yes.
That is all that you want. Okay, so you're getting that in there nicely.
Lots and lots.
Lots and lots of it. Okay, cool. Once you're done...
Just get it done now.
Once you're done with that...
Let me help you out there.
Okay, do you like push it in there?
No, you don't have to if you want to.
But you lick your finger, right?
You must lick your fingers. That's
Okay, so you're going to lick his fingers.
Okay. Then I'm going to light this for you, because I'm not sure. Okay, so what you want to do is put some marshmallows on top. So if you don't have icing, this is another quick fix.
Marshmallows.
Some marshmallows.
And they stick because of the icing.
Yeah. And then we just make them. See, that's
now for the action.
Okay, now for the thing we've
be
been
careful
waiting for.
Okay.
And then what do I do now?
A nail? Trust him. Not my hair.
Okay, so just like
gently.
From far?
Gently, yeah.
You can go a bit closer, just like... Naza, do you see what's happening?
We are browning them nicely.
That looks awesome. I was doing this yesterday, and the cupcake liners kept catching a light, and I had to blow them out.
Well, the thing is to also make sure you're not doing this with people you don't like, right? Because you might really just get tempted.
Like a horror.
Hey, Anel!
Look at that!
Bring that hand of yours. I like you too much.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Looks beautiful. Let's not burn it. Oh! You need a fire extinguisher if you're going to be playing with this sort of
You
thing.
don't have to have birthday candles. You just light the marshmallows on fire.
Keep that away from the kids. Well, that looks amazing. There's going to be a section where we're going to be eating these things, and we're going to be throwing some icing on. I'm going to give you the keyword to the recipe, so if you're looking how to get that icing right, well, you better make sure that you stick around, because that's all coming along. Anel, Angie, you are such a rock star. We're going to be making more of these. Let us know on Facebook what you think. Expresso Morning Show SABC3. What do you think, guys?
A month ago. So the Springbok Sevens team, of course, claimed their first Oktoberfest Sevens title in Munich. That happened last weekend, beating some of the best in the world, and of course the World Rugby Sevens Series champions Fiji. They beat them in a very tense and hectic, as you'd expect, against the Fijians in that final to do it, to set the tone for what promises to be a stellar year for not just the Blitzboks, but for Sevens rugby in its entirety. And we have invited in Branko de Pierre and team manager Ashley Everts. You can give them slightly more. I know our studio's a bit quiet today. Did you guys not even see the size of this trophy? Branko, Ash, welcome, guys. Congratulations, man. This is like a Sevens world title trophy. It's massive, but awesome to have the first victory under the belt. I would imagine taking some hard knocks in that first tournament back out there. Branko, how did it feel getting the team back together for training, of course? You're a brotherhood. The guys love each other. And the start of what I'm thinking is going to be a big, big season. You want to start it with a win.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's great being back onto the pitch. you just want to play. You don't want to do preseason. So I was happy playing the game. So, yeah, but going out on the field with the boys, it was a great experience, and we tried new stuff, and we just want to see where we go after this.
You know, one of these, I'll call it with all due respect, an unofficial kind of tournament like this, to be able to test out the team, some big guns back in the side. Where is the mindset of the team? What is your target? Am I right in saying last season was a challenge?
It was a challenge, yeah. You can put it like that. We got the new boys coming in, and we wanted to build a strong foundation for ourselves. But having the new old guys back, it's good. And I think the competition in the squad is going to be great for us, and it's a positive thing for us. Personally, for me, it's positive for me to see that I must work against this guy and this guy, and we're just going to help each other out, although we compete for one spot.
It's all about the system. Exactly. It's always all about the system. And I was joking earlier, because you've got, with those young guys, the young blood coming in, they've probably been the best player in their team for 7 years. Then they come into a system like this where every player there has been the best player in their team. But you don't want to squash that. You want them to express themselves. How do you guys find that balance of maintaining the structure and the system, but letting the players shine in the way that they do?
I think the big thing is that obviously everyone knows that we representing our country. We're blessed to be in a group where we've got the best players in their positions, irrespective of their age, that are all training together and wanting to make sure that each one can help each other become the best they can, so that we can select the best teams, keep that kind of in-squad competition going, and that, like Branko said, is what it helps them to be able to become the best they can be, prepare as well as they can, and give themselves the best chance to be able to get themselves into a team, and hopefully one day, at the end of next year, hopefully into an Olympic squad.
I've got to ask, the idea of being in the Olympics in itself is awe-inspiring. How do you maintain goals from match to match, tournament to tournament, from series to series to Olympics? Are you able to shut the rest of that out and just focus on each game as it comes?
Yeah, I think sometimes it gets a bit overwhelming for us as players.
Especially being a senior who's got the pressure.
Yeah, I think you must just take it step by step. You mustn't think out too forward ahead of yourself, and I think by taking it one day at a time, you focus on the small things that you want to achieve as an individual, and then put it into a team aspect. So you just have to go out and take it step by step, and don't overthink things. I think that's the main thing for us, putting things in small perspective, and just focus on it.
And you got your mates to keep you grounded there.
Yeah.
I love the brotherhood there, and I've been lucky enough to spend a lot of time with the team, and I absolutely love that element. When you talk about the brothers, you know, Siabelo's back, Ruan's back, Dylan's back, all the boys who've been out there in the greater 15-man diaspora are coming back in. Is this a year that we need to fear the Blitzboks? What is the goal for this season? Surely to win the series.
Well, it'll always be to do as well as we can. You know, we differentiate between success and winning. And success for us is obviously making sure that the stuff we plan to do, the stuff that we've set out to achieve, that we do that to the best of our abilities, and the result will always take care of itself if you focus on those small things. So obviously having those guys coming in, it increases the level of competition. They're bringing experience back from the 15s, which is fantastic, and just their attitude has been incredible. Obviously I've been in communication with them, getting all their stuff sorted out, and their kit arrived this morning, which they're going to get on Monday for the new guy, well, the new old guys, as Barry says, coming back. But it's just been amazing how excited and they're so looking forward to joining the squad, because like you say, it's like a brotherhood. It's almost like the family is being reunited again. The prodigal sons are coming back, so it's quite cool.
We should be shooting a reality series around your experience. It's the amount of entertainment behind the scenes, Chris Dry. I mean, you know, it really is wasted. But I'm going to be coming to try out for the team on Thursday, so I'm looking forward to that. Now we're going to be following you guys' progress really closely. You guys really do promote South Africa, the brand, but just what it is to be true sportsmen as well. I think within that's something that really is important to you, and that really does come across. But let's take nothing away from the first victory of the season. May you see many, many more of these. Stay safe, stay injury-free, and keep enjoying it. And we'll connect with you guys again next Thursday. Well, congratulations, man. It's a big trophy, bro. So, of course, the 2019-2020 World 7 Series kicks off, I think, officially from the 5th to the 7th of December in Dubai. It's going to be a massive one, so we are certainly going to be watching our team really closely as they prepare, and also sending a lot of support to our ladies who officially kick off, I think, this coming weekend. But they're also doing incredible things. Their teams, both teams, I know, work very closely together. But you can show some love on social media. The boys do track their social media feeds to go and show them a little bit of support and some congratulations for taking the first ever Oktoberfest 2019 trophy.
Catch the repeat episode of Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition, Saturday at 1 p.m. on SABC3, as the finalists take on their second challenge. Presenting to camera is one thing, but with elimination looming, can the contestants keep the audience engaged while stepping out of their comfort zone? That's Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition, Wednesday evenings at 7:30, only on SABC3, with a repeat on Saturdays at 1. The stage is yours. Own it.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're back with your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, in anticipation of National Cupcake Day tomorrow, we've been making all different variations of cupcakes and delicious cupcake toppings, and that's happening live on the Culinary Hotline Bling. Ting, 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 with Tabiso hanging out with the ladies.
Call us on your cell phone. Culinary Hotline Bling. That can only mean one thing.
We apologize for some technical difficulties. They must be having so much fun with those cupcakes, probably Tabiso eating, but of course we are going to be catching up with them in a little bit from now. We are going to be catching up with our Friday dancers. Every single Friday we highly entertain you with what is going to be taking you into the weekend, and we've got G standing by who's going to be bringing us our dancers for today. It is none other than Jazz Art in the house, baby.
In the house, baby, indeed. Founded in 1973, Jazz Art Dance Theatre is acknowledged as one of South Africa's leading contemporary dance companies, renowned both internationally and locally as an award-winning dance company that influences and preserves the sustainability of dance choreography and performance. But let them speak for themselves with a truly awesome, slightly cheeky performance right now.
selila le fati usitunya sabatana karebe ya me matswaro kimwenye mosari kimwenye wanyana uleta mae mankalina ore ya mankalina uleta la tele mosari wa me la tele mosari wa me situnya same selila ya mankalina ya mankalina kana kimwenye mosari kwa mwakete kwa kina le ya masampata la tale selila le fati kina le ya masampata la tale selila le fati tata kimwenye mosari tata kimwenye mosari kina le ya masawe mpata la tale selila le fati ale ya masaki
Lovely jazz art dance. Thank you so much. You incredibly talented human beings. Hopefully that set just the right tone. It's naughty, it's cheeky, it's awesome. And just for you on this Friday morning, hopefully that set a weekend tone. We're going to be back after the break to round off what has been an awesome week, so don't stray too far.
I'm Bert Bosch, I'm a musician and actor, and I live in Johannesburg. Come find your smooth fame and fortune with me, Bauer, on Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao. All you need to do, you buy a Tropica, you follow the entry details on the back of the bottle, you make a video, you upload it to Twitter or Facebook or Instagram with the hashtag TIOT9 and tell me why you want to be on my team, and then you could be winning fame and fortune with me on Tropica Island of Treasure, Curacao.
You're back with your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. With only a few minutes left for your Feel Good Breakfast Show, let's head back to Tabiso as the culinary hotline bling ting, ting, ting continues.
Call us on your cell phone. Culinary hotline bling. That can only mean one thing.
Welcome back to it. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Culinary Hotline Bling. Sing, sing, sing. Well, ladies, we received so much love on social media. So many people asking, how do you get the icing right? What do you do?
Cream, cream, cream. It's going to be soft butter. Cream it as much as you can before you start adding that icing sugar, which must be sifted. Very important.
And that's it, with a bit of icing sugar and a bit of cream.
Yeah.
Then
We've made it absolutely easy for you at home if you're looking to get those recipes for your perfect icing. The keyword is EAT. SMS EAT to 33728, and we'll send you a full breakdown, a link with a full breakdown to the recipe. Now we're talking trends. We've seen so many. People do all sorts of different things with their cupcakes. What are some of the trends?
Well, a few of the trends are a lot of sprinkles. So sprinkles are big at the moment. Sprinkles and crystal sugar, sugar crystals.
Yeah.
And you get them in all varieties. I've got a few out here that I use on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And the idea is just really load it up with sprinkles. So before it used to be a bit old-fashioned-y, now it's like really on trend.
People do llamas, people do emojis on their cupcakes. They can have fun.
Absolutely. Another thing is turning your cupcake into a flower. So you've got a sort of a rose or a whatever that flower is. And then dessert-style cupcakes. So we've got sort of caramelized popcorn, peanut butter, and salted caramel there. Doing a lemon meringue pie. That kind of thing. Tiramisu.
Nice.
And then the stuff that we did, really sort of making it kind of fun.
Playful. And also just making it easy to make at home, which is the whole point. Is you want to be able to make sure, especially with tomorrow being National Cupcake Day, that you can do all of this yourself at home. That keyword, once again, is EAT to 33728. Ladies, I am hugely impressed. Baked by ng.co.za. You've got to visit that website. Get those bookings in, because we've used so much of electricity here at our house that she's going to need to recoup that money. Must I try this one?
Yes.
Okay, which one are you going to try?
I'm going to try yours.
Okay, which one are you going to try?
I'm going to try Anel's.
I don't know. Delectable cupcake. Delicious. EAT to 33728. Guys, I'm going to have such a fantastic Friday with you here. Over to the guys in the studio. I'll bring you some later.
Bring us some cupcakes.
I have an idea that none of those cupcakes are going to make their way back here.
I think so too. But let's have hope.
We can have hope.
Together. Thank
we
you.
can. So first of all, can I say how proud I am of the bread that we made? It came out. You go and look on the Expresso social media, on our stories, on our Insta feed. You will see how awesome our bread is. And thank you so much to the ladies, Tabiso, for their cooking contributions this morning. In fact, for all of the work that our team did out at Bloberg as well. Beautiful.
Well done.
There we go. Look at that.
Taking a bow.
Having far too much fun. You're supposed to make it look like you're working. But thank you to our crew who worked doubly hard this week, along with the presenter search crew. Awesome to have the takeover yesterday. So well done to everyone there. And of course, guys, wear it proud, wear it loud. It's the Springboks up against Namibia tomorrow. So #stronger together. We love you guys so much. Go out and make someone else's day. We'll see you on Monday. Adios.
Love you.
Yay.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.